What's going on, everybody? This is Functional Gentlemen. We're your hosts, Roy Gravis.
We're back.
Bucky Pender. We are back in studio.
What's going on, everybody?
It's been a little bit. We had a scheduling issue 1 week. We did a very brief, like 3-minute live from Whiskey Fest, but that was... We didn't have kind of permission to do some stuff, so we were kind of
just forcing our way in.
A little bit, yeah.
And we were hoping to get a little more access and a little bit more time.
Yeah.
But our good buddy from Acre Distilling, JB, did have to actually help do his job and set up their booth. I know, right? Who to thunk it?
Go figure.
But we had a great time, so we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. And like the title says, this is a sensory overload episode.
Si, senor. Sensory overload.
So
for sure. But yeah, I mean it's been an interesting week. I hadn't really I'm trying to find something real quick, so bear with me.
We got the draft playing rounds 2 and 3.
Okay. Yep, rounds 2 and 3. Yep, the draft's on. We got sound. So we're good on that end. Oh. Ear itches. So yeah. But yeah, we got one draft on one TV. We're in the process of putting the other draft on the other TV because we have night 1 of the WWE Draft as well, which
I had no idea that was a thing.
It's a thing. It's been a thing for a few years now. So I mean, we'll kind of dive into that in a minute.
Yeah,
I mean, they just started at like 7, I think. So it shouldn't be too bad. But the smoke of the week this week, we were going to do a double smoke of the week.
Smoke of the week.
But we decided to put one of them on hold. We did bring some stuff back from Whiskey Fest, and I'm going to talk about one of the things that we brought back right now, which is the 262 Cigars Allegiance.
Ooh. And
I actually talked to the owner, or the owner of 262, but he's the co-owner of Ohana Nui, which is, as we know, the company that has the cigar that we're probably going to do next week. Well, probably the week after. We won't do it next week because I won't be in studio next week. It's my anniversary.
I know. That's exciting.
14 years, yes. Pray for me every day because it gets rougher as you get longer. But, yeah, I mean, it's like I said, this one I'm kind of excited about. I talked to the actual guy that owns it, a guy by the name of Madison Money. Yes, that's his actual name.
Madison Money.
Madison Money is the dude's name. He follows us on the Instagram. If you want to check him out, he's MattyBro262 on Instagram.
Okay.
So he does a lot of stuff. He's in the process of sending us some kind of cool stuff. So
sweet.
Yeah. So
that's always exciting.
So like I said, this is the Allegiance. It is a Toro in size, which is a 6x54 in the ring games. It is somewhat box pressed.
I was going to say, it looks like it's a half circle-ish kind of.
It's not a full
round edge.
A full-fledged box press, but it is considered a box pressed. I'm sorry, I'm still having issues with my tongue apparently. It is a Brazilian Matafina wrapper with a Nicaraguan binder and a Honduran Nicaraguan filler. It is a medium on the scale that I'm using, which is my own scale, because I could not find anything on this on the local stuff that I normally, or the main stuff I normally check. So it's got a closed foot, which those of you who don't know what closed foot is, I'm going to try to shoot it to the camera, even though the camera's not going to pick it up. You see how the foot's wrapped?
Oh.
That's considered a closed foot.
Okay.
When you can actually see the tobacco in it, that is an open foot. Got a beautiful big label. I mean, the label's huge. Like, I've never seen a label this big in my life. You see the size of that label? That label is legit and legitly big.
Oh, I like that. Yeah,
it's
that's really
big ass label. But yeah, so we're gonna light this pig or smoke this pig or whatever to this pig. We're gonna do something to it. Oh, that's a good cut. And not only that, we got to give a little quick shout out. So I don't know if y'all noticed what's in front of us. I'm going to do a little sliding of the stuff. We have a nice porcelain ashtray that is a brick house ashtray that we got from our good friends at Yaya's I Love Junk here in town. Miss Yaya called me and said, hey, I need you to come pick something up at my shop. I was like, okay, what am I picking up? She's like, It's a surprise. And I said, okay. And when I picked it up, I was like, oh, my God, this is perfect. I'm going to put it on set Friday night. She goes, well, if you don't want it, I want it back. And
no.
My response was tough shit.
Yeah, you're not getting
it back. But, yeah, check them out on Facebook. They do a lot of they have shows, live, actual, like, auction shows where they have an item. They tell you the price. They hold up a number.
Oh, okay.
If you're the first person to type in that number, it's yours.
Okay.
And then you just have to pay them for it.
I know what you're talking
about.
So
they do shows on Monday, Wednesday. They also do it on another day, but that coincides with us. So,
we're not shouting that one out?
We're not shouting that day out. So, no, not shouting that one. Because that's our day.
Quick shout out to a new viewer
we got a new
on
one?
YouTube.
Okay.
Bowling Back 40. We actually met.
Bowling Back 40.
We actually met on TikTok through that one dude, Ryan.
Okay.
He was on his lives. I'm on his lives all the time. We got to just kind of chit-chatting, and now he's a YouTube subscriber.
Nice.
And he's pretty cool.
Okay.
Pretty cool cat.
Does he do like kind of the same stuff we do, or is he just like a regular Joe?
No, he's just a regular Joe.
Okay.
But
I didn't know if he was a
whiskey lover like all of us.
That's where I was going.
Yeah,
with that.
Of course. No, yeah, he's a big time whiskey lover. He's out of Chicago. I don't want to give too much information, but it was
so he's from
Chicago,
the Midwest,
Illinois.
He's from the
if
Midwest.
I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
He may, in that case, he may definitely want, since he's from the Midwest, he may want to tune in for sure on May 12th because we're doing Drop Dead from Thornton Distillery, which is in the Illinois area.
Yeah.
So he may want to tune in for that one.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
one he can at least relate to. If he's in the Midwest.
If you've got any information on Thornton Distilling that you can share with us, or if you've been there, that'd be really cool.
Yes, for sure. Because I know just very little on what I've talked to with Andrew Howell and Ari, and I can't remember Ari's last name. Ari is the head distiller. Andrew Howell is the guy that kind of runs all the day-to-day ops and all that jazz. So both pretty cool people.
For sure. It's just
I'm
funny
excited
seeing
to have them on, like I said, May 12th.
It's just funny seeing UDFA pop up.
What's UDF?
Undrafted free agent.
Oh, okay.
Just shorthand. He throws it out there.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for those that don't know, I am undrafted free agent on TikTok. That is agent with no E. Give me a follow. Let's get me to 1,000, and I'll start going live on there. But light that stick.
This is a quad jet, by the way.
I feel like you're. It's kind of like blades for your razor. How many jets or how many blades can you fit on one razor? Because they got like 5 blade razors.
Well, this one has literally 4.
But that's what it reminds me of whenever you say like a triple jet or a quad jet. Let's shove as many blades on your razor as we can and claim that it gives you the smoothest shave ever. Well,
it's pretty good.
No content yet. Yeah.
That Modafina wrapper is.
Modafina wrapper. What is?
It's a certain kind of wrapper from Brazil. That's all I know about it. I had never heard of it until this. I didn't get a whole lot of chance to do the research because literally when I pulled up in the driveway, I was handling questions. So
taking questions.
Yes, I was taking questions. I got a question in the back. Yes, there was a question in the back. So, but no, I like it. It's really good. It's got a good draw to it. For a brand I've never heard of, and they're local, they're out of Texas somewhere. I'd have to go check our Instagram messaging to find out I think Medford is where they're actually from, which, funny thing about Medford, if you don't know this, so Medford is supposedly the town where Sheldon Cooper's from.
Oh, really?
If you watch the show Young Sheldon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's supposedly from Medford, Texas.
It's not Twinkie shirts, Clint. I've got a Fierce Whisker shirt on. Me and the wife stopped by.
I got my full-bodied shirt on.
He's full-bodied. Clint's probably got a little bit of blurry vision because if you didn't jump on Facebook, he absolutely killed a bottle of Old Carter.
Ugh.
Like he had like this much. He chugged it straight bottle chug.
Fantastic! I missed that.
He needs to.
We need to get Clint back.
There's a little bit of an explanation there because he posted next to the video of him chugging it a pretty long excerpt, I guess, that he had wrote to or about somebody.
Okay.
And I'm not going to name them because I don't want to give them any advertisement, especially if they're doing what Clint's claiming. So
I got you.
But
I got you. I'll have to be filled in off air. But yeah, I mean, I like it. It's good. Why? Nobody wants to watch basketball. Get that shit off the TV.
Well, they got to have their own ads. Come on.
No, I think like...
Oh, wait. Did it actually switch?
I think it actually switched.
Well, that's lame. We don't want to watch
basketball. That's what I'm saying.
basketball.
Nobody wants to... I definitely don't want to watch Golden State. I mean, come on.
Thanks, JB. I wish I would have known you you had a hookup at Fierce Whiskers.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That would have been...
that would have been fun.
Would have been nice.
That would have been fun. Just go ahead and go to SmackDown. Hell with it.
I don't want to watch SmackDown.
It's the SmackDown draft.
Come on,
Or go
man.
Texas and TCU
That's
baseball. That's a
of
cool
something.
one. Oh, that's a replay?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. I don't want to watch a
All right,
replay.
so we're going to switch to the WWE thing for now?
I guess, since it's
for
the
a
only
minute.
draft
I've got
that's
the
on.
draft on my... Well, no, it's on. See?
The ABC?
Yeah.
Okay, it switched to ABC.
So you want to go to ABC or you want to do the...
We can do the ABC thing. It's fine. I mean, it doesn't matter. I was hoping we was going to have both monitors, one with one and one with the other. But
with me producing, I can't.
yeah, it's kind of hard. Yeah, I get that.
Okay.
We don't have the good brother in the house on this one. He's on loan out with the Silsby Little Theater.
Yes.
So
And by the way, JB, yes, Fierce Whiskers rocks. If you're in Austin, I said it on my Facebook page. I said it on our Instagram. If you're in Austin, definitely make the trip to Fierce Whiskers. Those guys were amazing. From the moment we walked in, they treated us like we were their best friends. They gave us a private tour, even though they had nothing else booked. We had a great time. They're making really good whiskey. I like the way they're doing it because they're not wanting to release it until it's ready.
yeah, I picked that up when I was there in November.
Which is really cool because a lot of people will put it out on the shelf and have something.
You got way more better access than what I got in November.
Oh, man. The Rick House is freaking gorgeous.
I saw the outside of it. That was it.
Oh, my gosh. It's so gorgeous. But the rye will be out June 10th, I believe is what they said.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then the bourbon, they're waiting a whole another, I think, a year.
Okay,
one
so
more
it'll be
year.
next summer then, or
yeah.
next June-ish.
Give or take.
Gotcha.
So Clint has given me permission
Oh, good Lord.
to actually say what he posted.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get back to it. You can talk about your doodad, MJ.
I don't get the whole. I'm kind of curious on what because I see Bourbon Santa and
Yeah.
I'm kind of like what.
I wish I would have worn my glasses.
I don't. You need to start wearing your damn glasses. Yes, it is a very beautiful distillery. I will say that. Thornton Distilling is on my way home. Sweet. Okay. I like it. Fantastic.
So, this whole the Bourbon Santa thing that he's talking about.
Okay.
And I can't actually see the top of his post. It's just a little snippet of it.
Okay.
So it starts out, which I was understanding of at the time. I didn't receive my October, November samples at all. I did receive my December samples, but not until late February. That included an advent calendar package that was honestly not worth the price. For this year of 2023, I've received 0 samples that I paid $100 per month for.
Oh, wow.
$300 total.
Oh, wow.
I left his Patreon group last month and asked if I would receive my samples for the last months. He replied yes to that question, but I still haven't received anything from him. He will tell you he will send you samples, then they don't arrive. That, in my opinion, is straight out theft. I feel he should be held accountable for his actions or the lack of them in this case. I guess my main goal here is to get his information out there so people will know how he operates. I'm not going to get my samples or money at this point. Sadly, Bourbon Santa is a thief.
That sucks. You hate to hear that because
Especially, we talk about it all the time. That's what we're about in this community.
Yes.
And I mean, obviously we'd all send samples to each other if it didn't cost way too much money to ship things, but
or if you didn't have to claim it as whatever.
Yeah. But I mean that's shit. That
really is. That's
shit.
kind of a dick move on Bourbon Santa's part. I mean, if you're gonna do a service like that, at least stick to what you're doing. I mean, if you have issues, just let the people know. Hey,
most
this
people are
is going
understanding.
on.
Once
Yeah.
you tell them, they people understand.
Right.
Clint, dude, that I mean, it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks bad.
Owes the dude $400, or at least say.
Yeah.
Fuck it. If you've got a shelf full of whiskey that you think is good stuff or hard to come by, pour some samples, send them out, and say, here, look, I'm sorry, I won't take any more of your money.
So I'm sorry, I'm a little kind of like naive to this whole thing. So is he like a distiller, or is he like one of these guys that goes around and gets these rare bottles and
yeah, I mean, it's basically
samples of them.
Yeah, you're getting samples of just whatever.
Okay.
But it's like a monthly subscription so that you can try new stuff.
I agree, JB. We need Acre Distilling.
I'll just keep rocking
shirts,
my Fierce Whiskers,
hats,
man.
all that stuff.
You know, it's not our fault that we didn't get any swag.
Well, and you talk about that. That's kind of the perfect segue. So, as everybody knows, we spent last Saturday in Bee Cave at the 6th annual Southeast Texas Texas Whiskey Fest. Not Southeast Texas because it hadn't been around for 6 years. It will be at some point, just not right now.
Yeah.
It was a good experience. I liked it. Like I told somebody the other day when they asked me about it, they both had their pros and cons, okay? Mm-hmm. I liked the fact that the one in Bee Cave was Texas Distillers.
Yeah.
I love being a Texas whiskey guy. I love that. We got to try a lot of stuff. We got to see some old friends of ours. We ran into the group from Texas Tail. Tried some of their new stuff, which is good. By the way, if y'all get a chance, go down to Galveston. We tried some stuff with JB and Tony from Acre. We've got one of those bottles on the table right now. Tony was a little light on his pour, so that's you want me to tell you the main reason how this came to be? So when I got into Bee Cave, JB calls me, and he says, hey, what are you doing? And I said, man, I just got to my hotel. I ain't even checked in. He's like, where are you staying at? I said, well, I'm staying at the Sonesta here in Bee Cave. About probably 15 minutes later, I get a phone call. Hey, do I need to bring this up to your room? And I said, are you at my hotel? And he said, yes, sir, I am. I said, I'll come down and meet you. So I walk down. JB's outside. His wife Gina's in the truck. They're hanging out. He hands me this bottle and says, hey, this is for you. You know, if you want to pregame, fine. If you want to do it on the show, that's fine too. So little did I know when I walked out there, they were doing it from there. The only catch is Tony's a little light on the pour. I love Tony to death, but Tony was a little light on the pour. So that's why I told JB, I said, hey, we're doing the 111 on this show. We're going to give it its just due.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I feel that even though it was good when we tried it because it's different.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I had sushi before we started this. I wanted to go full tilt into this.
No, I mean, it was, but from what we had out there.
What we had out there, it's delicious.
It's really good.
Yes.
And again, I know we keep talking about it, but what Acre Distilling's doing is.
They're doing a lot of cool stuff.
Especially their single malt as a non-single malt or scotch or whatever you want to call it fan.
Right.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I enjoy the crap out of it.
No, I get it too, and that's what we're fixing to dive into right now, actually. Because for those of you who can see, this is Acre Distilling's Texas single malt barrel number.
JB said Tony equals Canadian.
Oh yeah, he told me that earlier. So this is their barrel 111. It's 100 proof Texas single malt whiskey, but it's finished in a English strong ale barrel for 5 years. So it's aged 5 years.
English strong ale?
Yes.
So
that's what
I'm sorry, I thought it was English stout.
No.
So I misread.
Yeah, don't ask me what a strong ale is.
So what's JB, since you're in the comments.
Yes, what is a strong
English
ale?
English strong ale. What does that entail?
Yeah.
Eh?
To shout out Tony.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pour so light. It's too late, but that's not bad. I don't think you can go back and do it.
I just did.
So we've got round 2 and 3 underway tonight. Round 1 was
that's very. I'm not gonna.
Round 1 was good.
I'm not gonna tell you what I get on the bottle.
Okay.
But I'm curious.
This one?
Yes, I'm curious on what your take is going to be on this, because I know what I got when I sniffed from the bottle.
Just so everybody can see the coloration.
That's a good coloration.
Really good color.
It's got good legs too. I like the legs.
My hands are hot.
Apparently my hands are hot.
I fogged up the glass.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
But kind of just to expand on what you were saying, that was the part I loved most about Texas Whiskey Festival in Bee Cave, was that you could literally taste your way all the way through Texas.
Yes.
Because I think every region was somewhat.
Yeah, because you had the Texas River, which was down in like the Freeport area. You had Texas Tail, which was from the beach. You had Dime Box, which was in Giddings. Silver Star, which their honey was pretty good.
Yeah, it had that aftertaste of natural honey.
Yes, it was pretty good. Now, was it Balcones honey good? No, but it was good.
I gave JB a sample of Southeast Texas Bourbon Scene.
The 3.0.
The BMF 3.0 finished. The Balcones that was finished in
sherry and then
or wine. It said wine casks.
Yeah.
And then Brandon then took it and finished it in a honey barrel.
Yes.
So I brought JB a sample. I'm curious of his thoughts on it, if he's had a chance to try it.
I'm curious if he's had it too, because I forgot about that part actually. But yeah, I mean, it's Garrison Brothers is better at honey. Yes, I would agree with that. Their honey was pretty good too. Yeah. I'm kind of partial to Balcones just a little bit, but.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, it's Balcones.
Yeah, well, not just that. I mean, the lineage for me is like I tell everybody that when you're kind of introing into that line of single malt and whiskey, the lineage is the way to go.
Did you see Clint's comment?
Where am I at?
The top two. Whoop.
Wait, no. My way if you're game.
I'm on my way if you're game.
I don't care. Just don't bring a whole lot of bottles.
We're not doing that again.
We're not doing that again. No,
but if you want to show up, you're more than welcome
on that one. Yes, you're more than welcome.
You're always welcome.
If you want to show up next week, Bucky's going to need.
Oh shit! Yeah, Clint. Wait, before you leave the house, I need a co-host next week.
Yes, because I am going to be
come next week and let's talk about
celebrating my anniversary.
That's perfect. That gives me a chance to talk about you can talk about the Bourbon Santa thing.
Yes.
That gives us a lot of topics to talk about. If you're cool with that, come next week and me and you can hang out and talk and drink and whatever.
Y'all have full access to the speakeasy. So yes, JB, if you don't mind, can you do your sample? I'm kind of curious on what you're taking.
Yeah, if you'd like. All right, sounds good, Clint.
Okay,
thank you.
Clint's in.
Perfect. I was nervous about doing a solo show.
I got to thinking about that, and I was like, "Why are we doing
I won't have
I
won't have a producer next week either, so I'm going to be hosting and producing, and I was kind of freaking out about being alone.
So let me tell you what I get off of this.
Yeah, I'm
when
super
I popped
curious.
it out of the bottle, and it smells slightly different since I've let it air it out. I got cream soda off that bottle.
Really?
Yes. I don't know if that's the ale.
Yeah. I mean,
but it literally it was like faint cream soda.
There's not a lot of ethanol burn. I can get pretty close to it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's got a dark fruit nose.
If it's ale, yeah, you can tell.
Oh yeah, that's definitely ale.
You can tell it's got the ale on it.
37 months.
Good job. I like it. That's a little over 3 years.
So, aged no less. So, it's aged 5 years, finished in an English strong ale barrel. So, the youngest in here is at least 3 years old.
Okay. I like it. Like I said, it's got that ale finish. It kind of reminded me, but I like this slightly better. Do you remember the Buddy Pass that we had at Southeast Texas from Breckenridge? It's kind of like that. I think they used an IPA, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Wild Turkey Palooza.
Oh, y'all can have all that you want.
Yeah, you should bring a little sample of the BMF 4.0.
Oh, yeah. Now I hate I'm going to miss that.
I just want a little sample.
Hey, I hate I'm going to miss the 4.0.
But, yeah, so I had a really good time since we talked about Balcones. I kind of hung out at their tent for just a few extra minutes than everybody else's, and I was kind of talking back and forth with the reps they had out there, and they were like, so what do you want to try? And I was like, well, I've had that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. She was like, so you like our stuff? And I was like, I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
They laughed pretty good at that one. She was like, well, I know you haven't tried these two because they're just now being released, so you probably haven't seen them on a shelf yet.
Okay.
It was the rye bottled in bond.
Okay.
And then the True Blue roasted corn.
Got you.
Something of another. It's got a red corn cob on it as opposed to the blue corn cob. Both of them, excellent.
Good.
This whole world of rye is like.
I was thinking, you're on a rye kick, and I love it because I feel like I kind of
a little bit.
I kind of put my hand in your back and was like, "Hey, go down this road." But yeah, no, this is good. You can tell it's ale aged.
So there's ale there.
Yeah, you can get the ale off the cut. I mean, it's
JB, and I don't know if you commented or not.
I don't think he has yet. I think he's in the process of drinking his sample.
Yeah, Garrison Brother has a really good.
They have a really good honey. Yes, it's not Balcones honey.
I'm excited about their Ladybird that's coming out.
Yes.
Garrison Brothers is about to release a Ladybird, and if you don't know, the Ladybird is the honeydew finished in cognac barrels.
Okay, yeah.
So,
I did hear that.
Pretty excited about that one.
So I'm curious, did they name it after Lady Bird Johnson?
That I don't know.
Okay. That's what
I didn't read that far into it.
I got you.
It's going to be purple.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting.
So, JB, real quick, if you don't mind, just kind of give us a little bit of a...
Very good blend, according to what he just said.
Yeah, see?
Very good blend.
Yeah.
So, shout out to
just a little, if you can.
The crew at,
yeah. If you can, just give us a little bit of a snippet on the Barrel 111.
Yes.
I'm curious of what English Strong Ale is exactly.
Yes. Spicy with a sweet spin.
Yeah, it is.
Sweet finish. I'm telling you, this tongue, man. So those of y'all don't know, I keep referencing my tongue. I bit the crap out of my tongue yesterday, like bad.
And it's a good chunk. He showed me pre-show. He took a chunk.
Yeah, I took a chunk out of it. I was eating an egg roll. My boss called, so I was I was driving my work truck.
You were
at the
just
time.
super
Oh,
hungry.
My God.
Egg roll, tongue. They kind of feel the same.
Southwest egg roll at that, because I have one of my stores, and I'll shout them out. They're right down the street from Nature's Brewing, Everyday number 2.
Yeah.
They do egg. They have a kitchen. They do egg rolls and stuff like that. So I had 2 regular egg rolls and 2 Southwest egg rolls.
Right.
The Southwest are really good. To me, they're better than Chili's. I don't know where they get them from. I don't know if they make them from scratch, but super good. Highly recommended if you're in that Magnolia Avenue, Twin City Highway area.
For sure.
So, yeah.
For sure.
But that was good. So I was literally driving down the road. My boss called. I had egg roll in mouth. I tried to eat real quick, and so needless to say, I had to call my boss. I answered the phone and said, "I'll call you that." Because I had blood everywhere. Like, I was spitting blood into a sunflower seed jar that I had. Oh, it was rough. But I made it through the day. So
I'm so proud of you.
That's soldiering up is what that is.
Yeah.
You bite your tongue, you're bleeding, and you're still working. That's fantastic.
I know. I was excited to see how the alcohol was going to affect you.
It actually didn't, because I'll tell you what affected me. Actually, this morning when I used mouthwash, that shit that'll wake you up.
You said pecker.
Yeah, that'll pecker you up real quick. Speaking of peckers, I don't have to relight this.
Yeah,
I talk too damn much.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. So Bowling Back, who I said was in Illinois, he said he loves Garrison Brothers, which is kind of cool to see it reach that far.
Yep, that's very cool.
Because that's just a little snippet of Texas whiskey. I promise you that.
Yeah, that's very much a snippet.
And I think it was Clint, actually. I want to make a little bit of a reference to something I saw Clint post a little while back on one of the bourbon things that we're in. He said he made the
Texas
mention.
Bourbon Legends?
I'm not sure if it was that one or the other one, but he made mention of the Texas Funk. And I really hadn't thought about it that way. But as I tasted my way through Texas Whiskey Festival, I kind of had that in the back of my mind, and I get what he's saying. Like there's a Texas Funk.
There's always a Texas Funk, and I kind of chalk it up to the fact that it's a humidity factor.
And maybe that's what it is. Because in my head, I always thought it's just spicier, I guess, because of the heat. There's something different. But it is. I would definitely equate it to a funk as I tasted through each distillery. Sadly, there wasn't as many out there as I thought there was going to be. Like,
no, there was.
We got asked about Whitmire.
There was 36 distilleries.
Yeah. We had gotten asked to kind of talk to Whitmire's a little more. We weren't able to do that because they weren't out there.
Nope.
I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking there was going to be more just based off their website.
Which kind of disappointed me that Whitmire's wasn't there.
It's a little misleading, though, looking at the website because the website's got a list this long.
Well, the website actually has 2 lists. So it has a list that is TX, I think it's TXWA.
I'm not sure.
Texas Whiskey Association. Yeah. It has those members and then the non-members. So there was 2 different lists. There's no funk in my barrel room. Because you're in Dallas, bro. We get it. There's no humidity in Dallas. I don't care what they say up there.
Gina drank his sample. She must enjoy it.
Okay.
The sample I gave him with the honey.
Yeah, the honey. I'm curious on what she's a rock star, by the way.
Say honey one more time.
She's the only person that I can let full-blown Jethro Gibbs slap me in the back of the head and get away with it, other than my mother.
Awesome. You gotta love her.
She walked up and was like, "Pop." I'm like, what? So, yeah, it was.
That is such a, hold on, time out. That is such a master distiller comment. Fruity finish, malty backbone, goes down like an angel weeping on your tongue.
He's so artsy. He's so artsy.
That's awesome. Oh, man. There's an underlying smoke. I mean, maybe a little bit there.
I'm not gonna lie. The wife and I are talking about it.
Yeah.
I'll probably be in Fort Worth in July.
Okay, so he's in I'm sorry, he's in Michigan, originally from Chicago.
Okay. But at least he knows what we're talking about.
And a lot, I think, like you said, I equate a lot of that to the heat and mainly the humidity that we get here in Texas in general. Sure. Whereas Michigan is not going to be nearly as humid.
No, but they have the cold winters.
Yeah, and you get you get the opposite effect up there. You get a super cold winter. Whereas we get like one day that's freezing, and that's not enough time to affect the barrels like a longer winter would. Because that's got to work its way through a rick house, through the barrel.
You mean to tell me they don't have bottles up there that are referred to as Snowmageddon?
No.
Okay, just checking.
That's another guy I would love to do something with.
Yes, Joseph with Old Humble was...
Joe over at Old Humble.
He was phenomenal.
That dude's funny.
He was fun. Yes, he's very funny. He's like, hey, you got to try this. And I'm like... I want to know where the Gangster Mac is, bro. Right? That's what I want. Being a Texan, I want Gangster Mac
for sure.
So, but yeah.
But I was happy he broke out that bottle of the.
And plus, I don't know much you,
Snowmageddon.
But the highlight of the week of the day, at least for me, is the fact that the three of us, me, you, and JB, kind of walked around and bounced notes, tasting notes off each other. It was a lot of fun. It was super fun. I enjoyed it for sure.
Me and JB walked over to Lone Elm.
Yeah.
Shout out Lone Elm. They're making good stuff. They do all weeded. I got a shirt from them. It's got the Wu-Tang Clan W, but it says weeded. Badass shirt. Maybe I'll wear it next week.
I got you.
It's pretty funny.
I hated the fact that all the shirts were all like...
Dude, they went like that.
Well, not just that. They wouldn't... They discriminated against the otherwise fat.
Yeah. But, I mean, and it's kind of like we talked about a couple weeks ago now, kind of like the giveaway thing at, like, whatever MLB park you go to. Whenever they give away a jersey or a shirt, always extra large. Just, it don't matter if you're 120 pounds or 340 pounds. They're going to give you an extra large and say good luck.
Yep. That's exactly what we're going to tell you. I think they're trying to motivate everybody to lose weight.
Right?
Drop some weight, bro.
Say honey one more time.
Yeah, say honey one more time.
Bring it. July, man. Barrel Room is calling your name, Roy.
I mean, I may be, like I said, I know we're talking about going to the July 3rd Astros-Rangers game at Globe Life because that's the first day of my vacation. So, yeah.
Hopefully you'll get a chance to get up there and you can take some good footage.
That's kind of what I'm shooting
have an opportunity to kind of hang out with JB on a more one-on-one basis, whereas, out at Texas Whiskey Fest, the guy's he's working.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, people are talking because JB and I had barbecue at a table all by ourselves pretty much. So, I mean, people are talking already. But let them talk, damn it. Let them talk.
What I did like about getting to see JB in action, I guess, was he's not doing it in a way of Acre Distilling is the best, like you would expect somebody at a distillery
and the sad thing about it is...
He's getting out there and he's talking to these distilleries wanting to collaborate, wanting to work together.
I can tell you right now, if our good friends at Texas Tail wanted to make a trip to Fort Worth,
right,
JB'd collaborate with them a heartbeat. And not just that, you want to talk about good dudes, let's talk about, I think his name is it Matt or Mike from Tex Malt?
Yep.
That dude was, I think his name's Matt. JB will correct me, I'm sure, because he's in the comments. But
bromance.
Yeah, bromance.
But
hashtag bromance.
The Fierce Whiskers uses Tex Malt, and they have a flag hanging.
I think everybody in Texas
where their
uses
tiny bottling station is. They have a flag hanging, and it caught the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh, y'all use Tex Malt too? And the guy was like, yeah. It's like a question that he doesn't get very often.
He's like,
wait, what?
Doesn't everybody?
Wait, what? What do you mean? Answer. You know who that is?
Doesn't everybody use Tex Malt?
But I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep, bromance for sure. Let's see what it's. I just poured another.
Something. Don't remember what it is. What the? It feels like Texas.
Texas Tail, I welcome it, fans.
Yes, Martin McQueen. Martin. I don't know. I was stuck on Matt.
Yeah, I was stuck.
The rest of that night, and then today, I was stuck on it. Was that dude's name was Matt? But yeah, Martin was really cool to talk to from Tex Malt, the Texas Whiskey Fest dude.
Jake.
He was really fun to talk to.
Jake was cool.
That dude was super. You could tell he was like, I gotta move.
That's a nervous ball of energy.
Can't stand talk to y'all too long. But it was kind enough to actually take 5 minutes. Y'all talked really good cigar stuff. But he was a great dude to talk to. But you could tell he was needing.
Bucky was in awe of my.
Sometimes I forget that you actually do know things. against you. I'm just,
I stay ready so I don't have to get ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Text my
Jake is that is
Jake
the perfect,
is a hummingbird.
That
Yes.
is the perfect description.
Yes.
Think about a hummingbird and then put that in a human form, and that dude was all over. He had his tiny little Glencairn, and he was sipping on it, and he was like, the wee Glen.
The wee Glen.
He had it. He was sipping on it. Y'all were talking, and we kind of all chit chatted for a minute. And he was like,
"Gotta go."
He never stopped.
Gone. Gotta go. But yeah,
but that was a ton of fun.
Yeah,
getting to meet Daniel.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
Total fanboy moment.
I geeked out
for both of us.
I geeked out. I'm sorry,
Roy.
Yeah, I geeked out.
Roy, you know who that is?
The only thing I wished would have happened is Daniel and Rex would have been in the same place.
But it was really cool to get to see the belt that they gave out for, I guess it was Best Whiskey or something. I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember what it was.
But the chick that had the belt, that was a really cool looking belt. It was a lot of fun.
I feel like I could have took the belt from her though. Just saying.
I felt like you would have gotten tackled. I'm just saying.
No, I'd have stunned her Daniel. I'd have stunned her. I'd have stunned Rex if he'd have showed. I'd been like a living embodiment of Stone Cold. I've been dishing out stunners left and right.
Poor Clint.
For sure. Poor Clint. God dog.
It's Wisconsin. Not Texas. It's Wisconsin. Whatever he poured. Too funny. But super, like everybody, because especially somebody like Daniel from Whiskey Tribe, he doesn't have to stop and talk.
No, and the sad thing about it was super cool because I literally told him.
And he was just as active as Jake. I mean, he was all over the place. I saw him at the Balcones tent for a while, and then he was over at Milam Green, and he was over here, and he was being extremely social in a time where you don't have to as content creators who are today's superstars. And for people like us, he didn't have to stop and talk to us for 10 minutes.
And he was super cool about it, too, because I literally told him, I'm like, hey, man, I know you probably get this a lot. But you and your buddy are literally the reason why me and my buddy do what we do.
I was just sitting there staring at him while Roy's talking. So I probably looked like an idiot. But I was like,
it's a good thing you got me around. It's a good thing you've got me around.
That's something you strive to be as a content creator. Like those guys, that's something you want. And that was something I watched, especially really early on. I watched a ton of their content just trying to figure this thing out.
Yep.
Like, how do they do it? What are they talking about? How are they tasting whiskey? I mean, there's just a lot there. So, yeah, I mean, you see guys like that, and you're like, but he's still him.
And you've told me before, too, and I love telling people. Bucky looks at me sometimes. He's like, dude, I think you're absolutely fearless because you just walk up and just...
It doesn't matter who it is.
No, Bucky's like, I'm the living embodiment of the honey badger on the show.
You really are.
I don't give a shit. I will walk up and talk to you.
It's a ton of fun. Like,
worst you can do is tell me, hey...
No, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, or you can be like, Paulo, tell us, and be like...
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
And you're going to transition into some... For those of y'all that don't know, Roy has a newfound love of pickleball, and apparently he's got a newfound love for a specific player of pickleball.
Pablo Tellez. That man is a living embodiment of a honey badger, too. So him and Federico Statscrew were playing a good doubles match against Tyson McGuffin.
You're all good, buddy. Don't ever apologize, Clint.
And his partner. And Tyson McGuffin's fans, everybody, they like to chirp a lot.
Yeah.
They're the frat boys of pickleball. They like to drink. They like to chirp, all that other stuff. So apparently when Paulo and Federico won the match, instead of going to the net and touching paddles or fist bumping or whatever like they do, so Pablo literally walked over to McGuffin's fan section and was like, hey, F you and the horse you rode in on, shot him in the finger, and walked off. Like, it wasn't even a question. So I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome. So, yeah, pickleball is my new obsession.
You've dove, like, way down the pickleball. There's a court in
Silsbee now, so.
Like,
I mean, I have done it.
It's nuts. Like, I don't understand.
I have done it. There's paddles.
Like, I think it's cool, and I'm all about it. On the way, so I'm excited to get a paddleball racket. Is that what it's called? A racket?
It's called a paddle.
A paddle.
Yes.
A pickleball paddle.
Pickleball paddle is what
racket,
it's called.
Whatever. I'm excited. I want to play. Like, I think it's really cool. Some of the stuff is fun to watch.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But you've taken it to a whole new level.
Yep, because I actually watched The Dink, which is a podcast out of Austin. I can't remember the two guys' names to save my life, but they do a good job. One of them is actually on the PPA tour.
Okay.
So the other one is not. He's kind of just in the industry.
Pickleball.
Professional Pickleball Association. Yes. There's the PPA.
I just like that you said PP.
There's the PP. Yeah, there's the PPA, and then there's the MLP, which is Major League Pickleball.
Of course, there's an MLP.
Well, MLP is kind of interesting because of the fact that it's like all teams. Like they don't do the singles part of it.
JB, we're definitely going to have a Roy Gravis Pickleball Invitational.
Yes.
Like in honor of Councilman Roy.
This is my Pablo moment.
All right, so real quick for everybody.
Yes, go ahead.
This little bottle is every sample I was poured at Texas Whiskey Festival. So this is a conglomerate of Texas whiskey.
A Texas conglomerate.
Yes, this is a Texas conglomerate.
Okay.
I don't know how. I mean, obviously there's a lot of
I'm
samples.
nervous because I'm not going to lie. It looks like a urine sample I gave one time.
This is a 12-ounce bottle, I think,
Okay.
is what it said online whenever we ordered it.
What's floating in it?
I don't know.
Is that the bubbles?
Sure.
Okay, that's the bubbles.
But this is every sample I was poured. So it's got everything from Acre to Lone Elm to Silver Star to Milam and Green,
Devil's River.
Balcones, you name it, it's in here if it's from Texas. I'm nervous.
You're nervous.
If there was ever a Texas funk, I'm going to open this up and it's going to smell like a fart.
A Texas fart.
There's no pop. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, there's no pop. It's a screw cap. Because down here in Texas, we chop and screw it. If you don't get that reference, get out.
You want a little pour of this?
Sure. Sure. Why not?
Why not?
I feel like I'm going to regret it later. But
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's no telling what the proof is on this.
1,000 proof.
Who knows? Should I let it open up for a second?
I don't know. It's kind of interesting on the nose.
Okay.
It's kind of like...
It started out sweet on the nose. There's definitely a funk there.
I feel it's almost like a smoked.
There's definitely not smoked in it from Acre.
Okay, so you didn't... That was
Because
going to be my next question.
we didn't get poured that sample.
Yes. Tony was stingy.
He apologized. I'm sorry. He didn't. No. Oh, I don't know. It's got to be low proof because I can stick my nose all the way in it.
That's super low proof. What the hell is that?
It's got a burn.
Does it?
I mean, like I can feel it on my tongue.
No. I get that you can copy
I don't
this
know.
yourself, but no.
I don't know. What is that?
I don't know. God, I don't know. I'm going no.
I've tasted that before, and I don't know. I can't put a note on it. Texas juice.
I'll stick with the 111.
The proof is in the pudding.
I don't know what kind of pudding this is. It's definitely not the Jell-O pudding pop, that's for sure.
Sharpie?
Sharpie? What?
Clint? I don't know. That's Denman.
Okay. Distiller's Tears? That Texas funk smells like Sharpie to me.
Yes. Distiller's Tears. I am making a label.
Okay.
Or maybe Texas Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Oh.
Sharpie?
Texas Regret?
No regrets.
Yeah, Texas Regrets. There you go. Texas Regrets. God.
Maybe, yeah. You know what, Clint? That's not a bad I can see it. Maybe it's power of suggestion.
I feel it's power of suggestion. I don't get Sharpie out of this.
I'm taking it to work tomorrow, and I've got a big fat fucking Sharpie that I use to write on tags with. I'm going to put them together. Yep, that's it.
Your bosses are going to look at you some kind of weird. I don't get the Sharpie at all.
It's got a malty...
It does have the malt. I'll give you that. So I'm curious. Do you remember who all... Was it all 36? Did you make all 36 booths? I mean, I know you've slept since then, but shit, that's not a hard question.
I think so.
Okay.
That's got to be all 36.
Because I'm trying to figure out who.
I'm trying to think of if there was anybody I did not stop at. Because in the beginning,
stop at Texas River.
Texas River.
Texas River's out of Freeport.
No, then that's not in there.
Did you stop at Dime Box?
Yes.
Okay. Did you stop at Andalusia?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay.
We were there together.
Yeah, I know. I talked to Mario.
You know what we didn't try at Andalusia?
What?
Tejas.
I know. Damn it. I forgot. I was so infatuated.
But we did for some ungodly reason, Mike Wright, if you're listening.
Yes.
They ended up with a bottle of the Longhorn Liquor Pick that they shouldn't have had out there.
The Revenant Oak Pick at that.
Yeah, it was the Revenant Oak Pick from Longhorn Liquor, which even, what was his name? Mario. Even Mario was like, I don't know how, but this is the Longhorn
So
Pick.
I can tell you want a funny story. So I'll give you a funny story. So I took my sling bag, had all the camera equipment and stuff like that. I learned real quick when I go to these events, I need a bigger bag.
For sure.
I'm ordering a 3-day assault bag from Hannibal.
I know, we both had sling bags, and I was like, ooh, because I liked yours, and I was like, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
But I brought my backpack just in case.
Yeah.
And I didn't bring it. And I really wish I would have brought my backpack.
I'm going full backpack everywhere I go now.
Yeah, from now on, it's backpack.
Backpack.
Backpack,
yeah.
But real quick, bowling back, yes, Milam and Green, the two chicks that have started it and are doing some great things. It's a blend of Texas and Tennessee.
Hey, are you allowed to tag? Are you allowed to tag people in this?
Well, yeah.
Can you tag 262 and we'll just 262? Yeah, tag them because this is actually pretty. I like this.
Texas Regerts.
I don't want to see. Is that Dungan or Denman?
Which one?
Whichever one said Texas Regerts.
No, that was bowling back.
Okay, I was fixing that because I don't want to see a BMF 5.0 called Texas Regerts. Because if it does,
and we're just gonna dump every Texas whiskey we can.
Go for it,
dude. We need to get a barrel.
JB,
can we use that barrel?
JB, I need a barrel.
JB, I need a barrel. We're making a Texas Regerts BMF 5.0.
And we can put it on the other side of the studio.
We're talking about that next week whenever you're in here. We are letting it age in the studio.
Yes, in the speakeasy.
Texas Regerts.
Yes.
Aged in the speakeasy.
Yes.
I'm in.
I like it.
Can we do that?
I feel like we can.
Somebody hit me up.
Yes. Hit me with the float over.
JB, you needed better internet connection.
The Raiders took Michael Mayer, by the way.
Oh, did they?
Tight end, yes. They took him early, too, like 35.
Hey, kind of local-ish.
Okay.
Rashee Rice, the wide receiver out of SMU.
Okay.
Kansas City Chiefs.
That's a good pick.
Look at them getting weapons.
I like that. That's a good pick for them.
JB, you need better internet connection. I think I just said that. It still bothers me.
It's fine.
So Treaty Oak, Treaty Oak's kind of a if with me. I'm still not completely sold on it. The Day Drinkers, okay.
I like Treaty. If I'm going Treaty Oak, I like the Ghost Hill.
I think that one's aged 2 years.
I like the Ghost Hill.
It's the same thing in a bottle that's aged a little longer. Wasn't super impressed. Not saying, they're doing good stuff. I'm not mad about it. I expected more, I guess. For some reason. I don't know why. Like, I wanted it to be really good. Still Austin. I still regret. Ryan, if you're watching, I need to hit you up. I need a bottle of the oated. They have a straight oated.
Okay.
Made with naked oats. I need a bottle. By the time we had showed up, because it was like right at 9 o'clock, they were like, hey, we're going to do last call in 30 minutes, but it's 9 o'clock. We can't sell bottles. It's like, I had it in my hand and I put it back. I wanted it so bad. I love Still Austin. I love what they're doing. I love their whiskey. I love their rye. I love the bourbon.
Yeah, they are doing some good stuff.
I had the oated in my hand and I need it. So, Ryan, I may need your help. Round 2 is flying.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I said. Round 2 is flying. For sure, it's flying. So, can we pour one out for
Hey, JB, real quick, maybe, and you might know the answer to this because I saw her and I kept looking at her. The older lady that was there with Milam and Green, was that Marlene Holmes? Because I looked at her and then I looked at her again and I was like, I think that's Marlene, but I don't want to be an idiot and walk up and say,
"Hey, Marlene."
Hey, Marlene, and I was, oh God, dang it. Yeah. But yeah, I love what Milam and Green are doing. I think it's awesome that Heather and Marsha. Yes, thank you. Heather and Marsha. I love what they're doing. I believe Marlene is their head distiller.
Okay.
But I love what they're doing. I think it's really cool that they're kind of like 19 Oaks. They're blending with a outside whiskey and Texas whiskey. I think the unabridged.
Yeah, the unabridged
was an awesome
good, yes.
drink. But
the unabridged is good. Who is this guy?
That's Will Levis.
Oh. Okay.
Oh shit.
I feel Tennessee overreached
Thank you, Ryan.
on that one.
Just reach out to me. I know how much it is already.
She is a rock star. Okay, I was like, she's a what?
Marlene is definitely
she's a rock star for
rock
sure.
Star.
He's from Connecticut.
Is he?
Well, it says live Madison, Connecticut. Are you sure it's Will Levis?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. Well, yeah, because they said Tennessee Titans, so they got to be. So what else we got to unpack on this one? We talked about Whiskey Fest.
Did you have any?
We talked about pickleball.
Did you have any surprises that you thought were a little outrageous from last night's round 1 in the NFL draft?
As far as from my Saints, no. I figured that because they need line help and a tight end. They've addressed both of those picks already today because they took Bryce Breeze. Brian Breeze. That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. Brian Breesy.
Brian Breesy, yeah. They took Brian Breesy.
There was a lot of talk about him sneaking into the first round.
Yes.
Just because of how basically he's a dog. Like,
yes, he's a dog.
He can play and he
Yes,
plays hard.
He's a dog.
That was a really good pick, and you can't. And kind of like what I was saying, you can't go wrong with a defensive tackle or a defensive line player in the first round.
No, you really can't.
Because like I said this morning, even if he's a rotational player,
well, not even that. So
he's still a great pick.
So
he's going to clog up holes.
I pulled a nerd for you. Do you know 16 out of the 31 picks were defensive guys?
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I mean,
especially with this draft, kind of like we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah,
I mean, there's just a lot that John Michael Schmitz. Jingleheimer Schmitz.
Yep.
That's that man's daddy.
Don't quit your day job, bro.
I'm not. I don't plan on it. The Raiders took Michael Mayer.
I feel it's a good pick for them because I think they lost Darren Waller, if I'm not mistaken.
Another guy that I thought was going to go in the first round, Joey Porter Jr.
Yes,
everybody knows his dad, Joey Porter.
He went first pick in the second
round to the Steelers.
Yeah, that's a good pick I like the Steelers taking him there.
The Steelers, that's a good pick.
That fits their DNA. I mean, Joey Porter Jr. is by far, if he's anything like his old man, then that's gonna be a good one for a while.
The Panthers got Bryce Young, a little bit of a weapon, and Jonathan Mingo from Ole Miss.
They got Mingo for sure.
There's a guy that I want to. Apparently, he's like massive.
Like big massive or like?
Yeah, like big massive.
Okay. Hey, looking at Mavericks, are you?
Yeah, I was. Shut up.
Shut up. Little small trucks. I like them.
Know.
Cute little toys.
It gets like 28 miles and 30 miles of the gallon, dude. I work forever away.
You got to look at that. Not everybody's.
I think JB just texted us if you want to kind of read and see what he said.
Unless it's.
Oh, maybe it was. No, it's both of us.
Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, cool. Jake is watching.
God dang it, now it's going to be stuck in my head.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So Jake Clement is actually watching on this, so good for Jake. We enjoyed the event by far. I would like to have a conversation with Jake, though, at some point in the near future about next year.
I'm not going to think of that guy.
If he's open to having a conversation. So I would like to have a conversation. Yeah, Waller. I knew Waller went to the – okay, yeah, so they lost Waller. So the Michael Mayer pick.
Yeah. Obviously, that makes sense. I mean, I still can't believe they let Waller go like a year after giving him a fairly decent-sized extension.
Right. No, they
paid the dude.
And
then they're like, get the fuck out.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they did.
Are you kidding? Like, that's weird to me. And it kind of goes back to the Titans drafting Will Levis. Do you see Will Levis as your future versus Malik Willis, who you drafted in the third round last year? Is it Willis's skill set? Is it your offense? Do you just not see him as a player?
So I know like a lot of the guys from the NFL had Levis actually going at 55 to the Lions from what I saw today.
Shout out me, who was completely correct on Will Levis plummeting down the draft board.
Yeah, shout out to you for that. You kind of miffed on your other thing, though, about the Texans not taking a quarterback.
Well, come on, man. Since you brought that up, let me say this. I apologize for my initial reaction. That was my first initial thoughts, and I was a little too negative.
Okay.
I'm not going to retract what I said. Okay. I still think they don't pick up his fifth-year option. I'm looking years into the future.
Okay.
Let me say this, and he doesn't watch the show. He'll never see this. Congratulations, C.J. Stroud, for living your dream, working your ass off, and making it to the NFL.
Yes,
I should have celebrated that moment for him more so than I did, but I was giving my initial reactions for 3 to 4 years down the road. The draft is a moment of celebration for kids that are playing a game that we all grew up playing, and they've realized their dream.
Well, yeah,
it should be a celebration.
That's kind of like us, Neither one of us are athletes, but I would love to. I would love to like walk in and be like a distiller at some point in my life, whether it's in my retirement years or whatever.
Just working for a distillery in general. Yes. I mean, that would be amazing. But you should be. I should have celebrated the moment for C.J. Stroud a little more than I did. Now that I saw that, and I'm sure he sent it to me too. Do we know who won People's Choice?
I don't, and I need to look.
And since Jake is watching, if he wants to answer, or JB, if you have the answer to that.
If somebody's got the answer.
So, Texas Whiskey Fest did a really cool thing where every distillery out there had a QR code on a tag, and you scanned it. You could vote for basically the People's Choice Award, and that was kind of throughout the night. So I'm kind of curious of who won because I don't remember seeing exactly who won.
I'm fixing to try and pull it right now, actually, if I can find it.
Or hearing anything. I know we left a little bit early.
We didn't leave like super early. I mean, we left about.
Yeah.
So I have the People's Choice.
Oh, do
you?
If you
want to know it?
Yes.
So Texas Tail came in third. So shout out to Texas Tail.
Congratulations, Joe.
Iron Root Republic came in second.
Okay.
Silver Star came in,
Silver Star.
Silver Star
really?
came in first.
Interesting.
And I guarantee you it's probably the honey.
You think?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. I feel I'm pretty safe on that assessment.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that was the 20. I'm making sure I'm reading the right year. Yeah, 2023 People's Choice. Yeah.
Silver Star, really?
Silver Star was who got number one.
Which, I mean, their booth was nice.
But, I mean, don't get me wrong, too. So
the ladies that were out there were a ton of fun to talk to.
Oh, yeah. One of them, I wish you did. Brandy and I spent a little time talking to one of them.
Yeah.
And I
me and
forget
Dana
the lady's name,
away.
But she was in NASCAR at one time in her life.
Shut the front door.
So I kind of wish you to talk to her because I know how big of a NASCAR fan you are.
If I'd have just hung out for a couple more minutes.
Yeah, it was good. So... yeah, Texas Whiskey Fest. Yeah,
remember Waller has substance issues.
We got nothing.
Didn't want to play without cars.
And I hate that because y'all didn't get nothing. Hold up. JB said they didn't get nothing.
You can't say nothing because you literally text us like a few days before Texas Whiskey Fest for the U.S. Open Whiskey and Spirits thing.
And not just that,
and completely dominated.
And not just that, they were also part of the blend.
Yeah, and they got to be a part, which we didn't get.
No, and I'm
super sad about that.
Yeah.
So
no, for sure. I mean, the whole event was not. I mean, I liked the fact that it was outdoor.
It's a buffalo wing.
That's always a good thing for me to kind of stroll around. The weather was nice. Wasn't no issues.
I think we got really lucky with the weather. It was a little bit
too.
Overcast. It was cooler. I mean, I had a great time. It was nice weather.
Can we talk about how you're easy to spot in a crowd with those shorts?
But let me say this. I was told by the young lady that I was talking to at Lone Elm that me and my wife won Best Dressed.
They obviously didn't see me, bro.
Come on, man. I had my black polo with our logo in lime.
I had the same,
lime shorts. My black and lime Hey Dudes, a lime green ring. Come on, bro. And my wife had pink shorts, black shirt, pink and black nails. I mean...
That just tells me y'all are the bougie couple. That's all it tells me. It didn't tell me it's your best dress. Because one of you looked like you stepped off the beach. The other one looked like they just stepped out of the tanning salon. I mean, you do the math on that one.
You look good. You feel good. You feel good. You play good. You play good. They pay good.
The Texas weather was awesome. Yes.
For once, it was.
Yes, and
really
the U.S. Open. Yes,
that's what it was.
They dominated the U.S. Open.
U.S. Open.
So shout out to that for sure.
So don't say you walked away from that week empty-handed.
No, because I'm gonna tell you right now, and JB knows how I feel about 009.
Yeah.
Which was the barley wine finished, I think, if I remember correctly. I like this slightly better than that.
Okay.
But truth be known, I am the quote-unquote, if there was a beer guy on the show, it would be me.
Yeah.
So I'm a very versed individual, as I've been told.
Very versed individual.
I am. I got versed all over because I don't know if you know this, but Jen is in, right?
Don't get me started, brother.
Hey.
Don't get me started, brother. I can do that one.
Jen is in. I hear 2 minis and lemonade is a good combination.
2 minis and lemonade. That is their gin.
That's
correct?
Acres Gin. Yes, I hear 2 minis and lemonade.
I'm
kind of curious on how 2 minis and an Arnold Palmer would be because I feel that's a quote unquote Texas threesome. I don't want anybody to name that, but 2 minis and an Arnold Palmer would be a Texas threesome.
Texas threesome.
So
interesting.
I'm just saying,
that's the bad kind of threesome.
Definition of functional.
The functional.
Yes.
Gentleman. 009 with a porterhouse steak. My house, July.
I like it. Okay.
But
I like it.
Yeah,
porterhouse is one.
Roy definitely has the functional side of the functional gentleman taken care of. Dude pulled out a bag out of his backpack and was like, "What the hell is this?" Pulls it out. It's like a knife and a multi-tool, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot I had these." Like that is the definition of functional in the functional gentleman. Like just random tools and knives pulling out of places that he didn't even know.
With it, man. I roll with. I need to actually get back into the EDC part. We used to do that.
That was always one of my. Whenever we're just kind of hanging out talking, the EDC corner, you can't ever go wrong with it.
No,
it gives everybody a little bit of a inside look at the things that you enjoy. EDC is always a great thing to have. Speaking of EDC, since we're kind of on that topic, I was listening to the Pat McAfee show today, and Tone Diggs, they're kind of the betting guy on the show.
Right.
He mentioned the Life straw, which is the straw.
One.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Of course you do.
I have
but
one.
They were talking about seat belts and all this other stuff, and he said in the little slot in his door, he has a flashlight / window breaker / knife / cutter multi-tool type thing.
So you want me to tell you a poor man's version of that? Kind of no. So, and you can check this out. Kershaw makes something called a barricade. It is a fully functional knife, glass break on one end, and a seatbelt cutter, all built in the same thing. And it's like $25.
That's not bad.
No, and it's Kershaw, so it's going to be a good quality.
But I kind of liked the idea of having a flashlight on it.
Yeah.
Because if you do end up for some reason in the bottom of a river.
And I forget the company for the life of me, but I used to have one that you could plug into it. The end of it, you could plug into a cigarette lighter to charge it.
Oh, okay.
And I can't remember the company that made it. This has been years ago.
See, Clint Denman,
steak
EDC.
And bourbon. Yeah, the EDC thing's probably going to make a comeback at some point. I just got to get new gear.
Let's face it, our show has no true form other than the smoke of the week and the drink of the week. There's never been
and the last
something.
Call. That's about the 3 things that are constant.
But there's never been anything that has been a constant on our show. We're always evolving. We're always adjusting our conversation. So, we can randomly do EDC monthly, quarterly, whatever. But I think it would be something good for the people.
I feel it would too.
And for us, it was always fun to talk about it. Because you can see that these are things that you're passionate about. Whenever you talk about cigars or the EDC thing, you can tell. So that's something that we need to do more often.
Okay, we can do that. I'll get on that actually.
Sweet ass.
Because like I said, I've got this whole little thing right here that's got all kinds of stuff in it. So
yeah, for sure.
But I know I've covered the majority of that already.
Clint Denman, whenever you're ready, get with me. Seeing these. Reminded me, I will get you as many stickers as you need. I've got a bag full of them at the house.
Yeah. Because we used one bag at Whiskey Fest.
Yeah, we did. There hasn't really been any surprises in round two.
Tonight's draft tonight's round is way calmer than last night.
Obviously, Will Levis went, and then the 2 tight ends that people thought might sneak into the first round went, Sam Laporta and Michael Mayer.
Yeah.
I think the Lions are doing a really good job in this draft. They got Jahmyr Gibbs out of Alabama, the running back.
That's a good one.
Who's a great weapon all around. He can line up in the slot.
I feel they did that strictly because of what New Orleans did with Jamal Williams.
Well, yeah, I mean, they needed something. Yeah. And the other guy that they have.
Because that's Kamara's insurance policy.
They drafted the other running back that they have, and I can't think of his name. I feel like a douche. I can't think of the guy's name.
Gotcha.
Anyways, he was hurt for quite a few games over the last couple years.
Okay.
So that's why Jamal Williams really had his opportunity to shine last year. And now moving on, they obviously needed a really, really good running back to replace him. But I feel like a lot of Detroit Lions fans felt like they reached too far for a running back.
Yeah.
Because 2 running backs went within the top, 15?
I think so.
And that's got to be the first time in a long time that's happened.
Yeah,
I feel like the Lions are having a really good draft. Still think the Texans gave up too much to move back up to 3.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, I feel that's what they wanted to do.
Well, yeah. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to take. You can't be mad about it.
I'm going through trying to find run. So obviously, one of the biggest surprises to most everybody was the fact that Bijan went to Atlanta.
Really?
That was a big surprise to everybody. Bijan Robinson.
Because I mean, they still have Cordell Patterson.
Cordell Patterson. Yes.
Cordell, whatever it is.
However you pronounce it. Yeah.
Patterson. They drafted Tyler Algier last year, and now you add Bijan Robinson to that equation. I mean, obviously, Artie Smith wants to ground and pound. He's got some really good offensive weapons between Kyle Pitts, Drake London. They're sticking Desmond Ridder in there as the starting quarterback.
I'm interested to see how Buffalo's going to do now that they drafted Kincaid, because I think they still have Knox.
Yeah, Dawson Knox. Thank you. Yes, that's the guy's name.
They still have Dawson Knox.
I could not think of it last night for the life of me.
I started to get back on and tell you, but I was half
it was
asleep.
Killing me.
I was half asleep when it happened. So.
It was killing me that I could not think of it. DeAndre Swift, bowling back, thank you.
Yes.
I did not realize that they had taken David Montgomery from the Bears. And you'd like that comment, bowling back. I carry a life straw in my EDC bag. Look at there. So
you never know.
It's a fan favorite, bro. Got to bring it back.
It's good because of the fact, like the life straw in general is good because it filters like.
Can I pee in it?
No, but I know you can literally stick it in any body of water. I think except for salt water.
Really?
And it'll filter out all pathogens, microns, all that stuff, and each straw covers up to I think 10,000 gallons.
Okay.
So you can drink out of it for a while. Mine actually has and I'm sure bowling bags probably has the same thing. Mine actually has a bag that you can fill the bag and screw the top. Because I have a Sawyer Mini is what I carry.
Okay.
I don't carry the actual life straw.
Right.
I carry a Sawyer Mini. It's literally about a little bit bigger than this lighter. And it takes up no space in a bag whatsoever.
That was a lot better than I thought.
So,
okay,
yeah, I'll have to bring the Sawyer Mini.
This is for you. Are they doing the draft like during?
Yes, they
this
do.
Whole thing?
They usually do.
Okay.
So, but I don't know.
I wasn't sure. I figured we'd flip over real quick and see what's going on. I know you. I did not realize that hurt her neck. I don't think that was how that was supposed to go.
No,
that hurt her neck.
No, it hurt her head. She's selling it. You can tell.
No, that hurt her. No. Watch if they show a replay. Watch the way she landed.
No, she's selling it. I can tell you right now. That's a sell job.
No, that was a really good sell job.
Because if you want to go back and look at something that hurt, there was a match where Ridge Holland did an overhead belly-to-belly release suplex on Big E. Actually broke his neck in the middle of the match. So if you want to see what really hurts, that's what really hurts.
Can we talk about this for a second?
Oh, God.
The Texans just drafted a center out of Penn State. I'll give you $1,000 if you can guess what his first name is.
Houston.
No.
I don't know that.
Juice Scruggs out of Penn State.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, they obviously need line help.
Well, yeah,
let's be
obviously.
Honest.
And you've got C.J. Stroud now, so you gotta bolster everything around that guy.
Yes, you do.
But Juice?
Yeah, I'm with you
Juice.
on that.
Can we talk about the fact that the dude's name is Juice?
Well, I mean, that's not the weirdest name in the world. I mean,
we had a Sauce last year.
With Sauce Gardner?
Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, Sauce Gardner.
Juice Scruggs.
Pac-Man Jones.
Pac-Man.
Who, by the way, his sauces were all wrong.
Oh.
With the whole D-Hop
Yeah, what
thing.
happened with the D-Hop thing? Can we talk about that for a second?
I hear D-Hop's actually more staying than going at this point in time right now.
Really?
That's what I hear. That's my sauces, Pac-Man. Come at me, bro.
I'm
going to get in a boxing match with Pac-Man Jones.
Why? If you're the Cardinals and D-Hop wants out, why not trade him? Just let him move on.
But do you feel that
I gotta get rid of the fireball. I need your mom to make me a new one. You gotta get rid of the fireball thing.
Okay. I'm sure we can cook something up.
Yeah. But if you're the Cardinals and you're D-Hop and why? If he doesn't want to be there.
I don't know, man. I mean, at this point in time, it's kind of like they're holding him hostage almost.
Now, I get not wanting to trade him to somebody like KC or the Bills because they're powerhouses.
And
those teams are going to continue to get better.
And the sad thing about it is you don't want to trade him in your division either.
No, hell no.
So
definitely don't want to do that.
I'm not going to lie. If D-Hop wants to put on some black and gold, I'd take D-Hop at this stage in his career.
Hey, is Michael Thomas playing this year?
He is actually, supposedly.
When's the last time that dude played football?
He was a little in and out last year.
Hashtag Boomer Sooner.
Who went Boomer Sooner?
Marvin Mims, the wide receiver at Oklahoma. Denver.
I see that. That's a pretty good pick for them. Russell Wilson finally has a legitimate receiver over there in Denver. So
I mean, he's got a couple. So I think Marvin Mims will be a good.
Yeah. Well, he's got a couple.
Addition.
But the question is, he doesn't know how to use them. That's why they brought him. That's why they gave up a king's ransom to get Sean Payton out of retirement.
Poor Russ.
I know
that
man.
dude.
Poor Russ. Poor Russ.
Poor Russ.
For sure.
Are you excited about David Carr being the Saints quarterback this year?
Derek Carr?
Derek Carr. Did I say David? Poor David.
Poor David.
Poor David.
He got good parents.
He got a good brother.
I mean, yeah, he got a great brother. I mean, I like it because, I mean, when you look at what was out there, I didn't want them to overpay for Aaron Rodgers,
which
they didn't.
Right.
I wanted to see, honestly, the kind of pull at my heartstrings part of me. Wanted to see Jameis go a full season. Because dude was good till he got hurt. Let's be honest. I mean, dude was good. You can't disagree with that.
I'll admit this: getting out of Tampa Bay was the best thing for him. I think he's done. Like I think that's it.
I think
he's
so
done.
too. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, I think he's done as
he's
well.
Done.
I mean, I hate it because, like I said, I liked him when he was there. Of course, then again, I didn't think they should have let Teddy Bridgewater walk neither, because Teddy Ballgame was. I mean, he's a game manager.
He could have been.
Honest. He could have been.
He could have been what they needed.
I think so.
Longer term than them running through the few starters that they've gone through.
You went with the Red Rider.
You tried the Taysom Hill experience.
Tried that. Taysom needs to stay with. Taysom needs to do what Taysom does.
And I like that they continue to use him even after Sean Payton left.
Yeah.
The way that they have. I'll admit that's one of the craziest things in the NFL right now, but I think they do a really good job at using him at what he's good at.
Yeah, I mean dude's a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. You talked about dogs earlier. Taysom Hill's a dog. Taysom Hill covers kick return, punt return, all that jazz.
He does it all.
I mean, he literally is the embodiment of a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah. Really is.
Matter of fact, I think I have a decal somewhere that I wanted to put on a shirt that was a gold Swiss Army knife with all the tools out, and it had his number 7 etched in it.
That'd be pretty cool.
So I was going to do it in a pocket logo type thing. But yeah, I mean, pour one out for Jerry Springer. He passed.
Did you read anything about it?
I just saw that he passed.
So
I didn't go a whole lot into it. I've been kind of.
The wife saw it before I did. She texted me about it. I asked what happened if she read the story. Apparently, he had a illness that popped up.
Okay.
And that was kind of it. I said, haha, COVID. Not funny.
No.
But that was always the excuse for everything else. So
right.
Stupid joke, but
yeah.
Random?
I mean, kind of. I didn't expect it.
How
either.
old was Jerry Springer?
78. Okay. 79, give or take.
Okay.
So, I mean, I get it. Oh, that's interesting.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, that's the club.
The club.
Yeah. or the OC or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, the OC. Sorry. But yeah, I mean it's unfortunate when you see celebrities start passing.
Yeah.
Because I remember the other one too, Harry Belafonte.
Oh yes, yeah.
That was the other one.
That was the other one.
Yes.
If you don't know who Harry Belafonte is, he sang the Banana song.
Yes, he did.
Come, Mr. Tallyman,
Tally me banana. Yes. Sang the
Dude had an
Banana
awesome
song.
voice.
Can we talk about how Bad Bunny is actually going to be in a WWE ring?
Nope.
Well,
Don't know what a Bad Bunny is.
Bad Bunny's a singer. He's a Grammy Award-winning singer.
Smiling nod.
So he's kind of like the same thing as like Pitbull, kind of sort of.
Oh, okay.
Except he's won a Grammy. I don't think Pitbull's won a Grammy. I don't know.
I don't feel like, I don't know.
I'd have to look that up.
I don't know. That's
But
not
yeah.
my realm.
No, it's really not mine either. I mean, I deal in some music, but not a whole lot of music. I mean, I like to listen to music. Don't get me wrong.
I like to listen to it.
I like to listen to it, but as far as like Grammy winners and stuff like that, I mean,
The Harry Belafonte thing was kind of, I mean, you'd hate to see
pancreatic cancer, and he died at 79.
79.
Okay, so I was right there.
because Belafonte was a huge activist. He was, really big in moving people forward. He was always working at it. Obviously, everybody knows the Banana song. It was
Yes.
even in Beetlejuice.
Yes,
But I mean, you hate to see stuff like that. Obviously,
you do.
I mean, people get old. That's just the way it
yeah.
is.
I mean, it happens. I get it.
It's just weird whenever you don't see things for a while and then all of a sudden he pops up or Jerry Springer pops
What's
up that
weird
way.
is the fact that there's a really, really large bearded man and a really tall bearded man with a braid in his beard.
Yeah, that's a really bushy beard.
Yes. But the
Super
other one
bushy.
has like a really
It's
long beard. That's
braided,
like braided
which is really weird.
mid-chest. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing right
Wrestling is so strange to
now.
me.
I'm just kind of into it because, like I said, tomorrow I get to hang out with best friend and he and I
Oh,
get
for
to go
sure.
to,
The
he and
story. I
get
mean,
to
the
go to Beaumont.
storyline, getting to spend time with your son like that.
AJ's just kind of like, hey,
Hey,
do
hey,
your
hey,
thing,
hey.
guy. Just do your thing.
I don't even know.
I don't either. It's kind of are they gonna hit him with the up? Here it comes. Magic killer.
Okay.
Fantastic. I love it. What else did we talk about in the text? I got to pull the text up to see what all we talked about because I feel like we're missing some stuff. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we did the bourbon and ball thing. Blah, 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 blah. Aaron Rodgers of the Jets. That's all I'm going to say about it. Aaron Rodgers of the
No,
Jets.
you got nothing to say about it.
I mean, I said what I said the other night. I mean, to me, it's kind of. I mean, why?
Can we just talk about the fact that time is a infinite circle? Because this is exactly the same storyline everybody was talking about in 2008
Yes.
when Brett Favre left the Packers
Yes.
and went to the Jets.
So wait a minute.
Why is time an absolute
Does that
circle?
mean that Aaron Rodgers is going to end up
Is
in
he going to end
Minnesota?
up in Minnesota in a couple years?
Okay, that's what I was
Like,
wondering.
why is this happening as the exact same storyline? I don't know. They drafted a quarterback, which pissed their current quarterback off. He's a young gun.
Yes.
Comes in, makes the start, and takes over. Brett Favre leaves, goes to the Jets. They drafted Jordan Love. He sits for a couple years.
Oh, that's interesting.
Young gun.
Speaking of drafts,
Now he's
Shawn Michaels has a draft card in his hand.
it's crazy to me that it happened the exact same way.
Yeah, it's literally happening the exact same way. They're reading draft cards right now, so I'm
That's
kinda
Shawn
excited.
Michaels?
No, that was
Oh.
the Road Dogg, actually.
Okay, because I was like, damn.
No, Shawn Michaels is actually kind of... So Shawn Michaels is the... Kind of like the same thing Triple H is, but he just
Okay.
deals with NXT.
Oh, okay.
Where Triple H deals with both Raw
Right.
and SmackDown.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
can we talk about how Ben Affleck is not a good Batman? Being as I happen to see this commercial. I liked Christian Bale a whole lot better as Batman.
I still think Michael Keaton is. That's the Batman I always
You want me
remember.
to funny story?
Hey, speaking of Michael Keaton,
He's in the Flash movie, by the way. Keaton has a cameo.
see, that's who it should be.
Because it's supposedly like the whole premise of the Flash movie is the fact
So-
that Flash runs so fast he goes back in time and makes this alternate universe that's known as like Earth 73 or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
that's the whole Marvel.
yeah, that's
thing,
why there's
but-
two Flashes sitting there talking. Yeah, it's Well, that's DC actually. Let's not get a riot.
No. Marvel
Okay.
does the same thing where they have Earth 616 and different alternate universes.
Yeah.
That's why there's the multiverse.
Yes.
But yeah, they do the same thing. Michael Keaton has now been in both Marvel and DC movies.
Yes.
Because he was in Spider-Man
a
couple ones ago.
He was in Spider-Man Welcome Home,
I think,
where he was the Vulture.
Yeah, he was the Vulture.
Yes.
So he's now been in both.
Yes, he's been in both.
He's been a bad guy and Batman as a good guy.
Yep.
That's kind of funny.
I can't wait till they introduce like all the Venom and the Carnage and all that into the Spider-Man stuff.
I hope they do.
Tom Hardy's great.
Because they've now got 2 Venom movies.
Yes.
So I would love to see that
Venom
move
and
into.
Venom Let There Be
because
Carnage,
at the end of the last Spider-Man movie, there was a little bit of a teaser where he was washed up in Mexico or something, and the little Venom thingy, like
the symbiote,
was left
behind.
It's a little bit of a teaser, but I don't know that they're ever going to actually combine it into the MCU.
Well, they don't have to combine it into the MCU because there's one time where there was a black and white Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which was the Venom symbiote.
Yeah.
So, look at us going full comic book nerd right now.
We've covered a wide spectrum.
I feel like
of
we
stuff.
have, but I feel like there's stuff we're missing too.
What do you think we're missing, good sir?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm gonna step out if you want to kind of entertain the crowd.
I can entertain. I can do that. But to put a bow on Southeast, or not South, I don't know why I keep calling it Southeast Texas. To put a bow on Whiskey Fest, it was a good event. If you guys get a chance to go next year, the ranch, Star Hill Ranch, where they have the event, is a beautiful piece of property. It's a very sprawling hill country piece of property, which is always good things. So I like it. It's, for my first time going, I was highly impressed with it. I like the fact that it was a Texas only kind of thing. As being a native Texan, like I said earlier, it's nice to see Texas whiskeys get appreciated and have their own event. JB, yes, I get you need a sticker, and I will for sure. I have all these stickers left, and Bucky's got a whole nother bag at his house, so we're going to send JB a sticker.
Okay.
JB needs a sticker. Clint needs a sticker.
Okay.
People need stickers, and we may have to order more stickers. Who knows?
That's fine.
Maybe at some point.
Yeah, talking about a little bit more about Texas Whiskey Fest.
Texas Whiskey Fest, yeah.
Great event. Love the fact that it was outside.
Yes.
Would love to see it grow.
Food was good.
Food was good.
Yeah, slab barbecue. They were good. I like that touch. The Ohana Nui stuff, like I said, Bucky and I, so to kind of fill everybody in, Bucky and I had plans. I was going to do a double cigar review this week.
Yeah.
And
I left mine.
Bucky left his at home, so I think we're going to save the Drunken Uncle for...
Not next week, but the following week.
May 12th.
And then we'll do Crazy Ant.
Yeah, you got the Crazy Ant too? Okay, cool.
I got them both.
Okay, so we can do that.
Damage control.
I don't like I like the fact that they're leaving Raw finally, because those 3 women get on my nerves. But let's see who's going to. Ooh, I like that. That's a good pick. I like that one.
Okay.
The king of strong style himself, by the way. So yeah, that's a good pick.
Texas Whiskey Fest. Love that it's outside. Great food.
Yes.
You wouldn't expect anything less. Texas barbecue.
Right.
That was amazing. Loved all the vendors out there. Had a good time talking to them. Mm-hmm. Would love to see it grow into a little bit bigger than what it was.
Yeah, I mean, I feel there was some, like we talked, Whitmire's wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few that's not there. I mean, you can only walk up and down that one street that was this long so many times.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Had a great time. Loved the people that I talked to. Maybe have a way to, I think something that I was thinking was kind of maybe figure out a way to sell some things.
Yeah.
Kind of like Longhorn did with Southeast Texas Whiskey Fest. If it's a QR code that brings you to a website where you can pick it up locally. I think that would be something that would be a way to grow it. I liked the idea of the People's Champ.
Yes.
I thought that was a really cool, fun idea, especially getting to talk to everybody, and they knew they were competing for it.
Yeah.
So they wanted to give you that.
Oh yeah,
they
wanted to give you the extra for sure.
But I really love the fact that Texas Tell was out there.
Yeah.
Just because I hadn't seen them out at a lot of places like that. So that was really fun for us, being that was one of our very first lives.
That was the first
getting
live.
to meet those those guys out there, getting a chance to talk to them, catch up. That was really fun.
Yep.
It was an overall great event. I mean, I had a lot of fun. You were enthralled.
No, it's just amazing to me that all of a sudden all these NXT kids are getting drafted, which is always so. NXT is kind of like the minor leagues of
what?
Need what?
JB
trying to tell me that I'm on the hot seat with Jake, and he wants to put something like that in the comments.
I need TV for my bunghole.
Come on. Come on, man.
Are we going full Beavis and Butthead on him?
No, we're not. No.
But
God bless America.
Here's the rails. Here's the show.
Yep, here's the show.
Off the rails.
Off the front of the table. Gone, yes. So that's the thing that kind of changed it this year. So they actually, used to, when the WWE did their draft, they did it with just Raw and just SmackDown. Now they're throwing in the kids from NXT, which is kind of cool.
Oh, okay.
Because NXT is down in Orlando, where the WWE has their performance center, which is where they bring in new talent. Gable Steveson, who is an Olympic wrestler, is actually in.
Is NXT kind of like the minor leagues?
Kind of is for the WWE, yeah.
WWE, I guess, as a whole.
It kind of is, yeah.
And as far as like Raw versus SmackDown, is it just
Raw versus SmackDown is kind of like American League, National League.
Okay.
That's the best way I can explain it.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Because, like, one show's on Friday nights, one show's on Monday nights. NXT
I knew they were on different nights.
NXT comes in on Tuesdays, so, I mean, it's kind of this whole...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but...
Interesting.
At the same time, it's kind of exciting. I mean, to see that they're actually one of those that's like, hey, we're going to compete with the NFL draft.
Yeah, right. We're going to try this whole thing.
But the thing about theirs is, like, their draft is tonight, and then you don't see the finish of their draft until Monday night when they do Raw. So that's how they do their draft. They don't do it on multiple nights. Can we talk about how she is a smoke show and a half? She's always been that way, though.
I don't know who that is.
I'll tell you off air.
Okay. I talked about the Lions draft a little bit earlier. Something I missed. They picked again in round 2, pick 14. They took Brian Branch, the safety at Alabama. I think that's a really awesome pick.
That's a pretty good pick.
He was talked about as sneaking into the first round.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the Lions are killing it.
So has the quarterback from Tennessee, anybody touched him?
Hendon Hooker?
Yeah, Hendon Hooker. I was trying to think of his name. Because I don't think anybody's grabbed him yet.
Nope, still sitting there. Let's see. I'm curious of who the best available is.
Hendon Hooker
is number 1.
Yep.
Darnell Washington out of Georgia is a tight end. Jalen Hyatt, the wide receiver from Tennessee. Keeley Ringo, cornerback out of Georgia.
Ringo's a good one.
That's the guy. DeJuan Jones.
Okay.
Listen to this.
Okay.
Massive human being.
Okay.
6'8".
Okay.
374 pounds.
Okay.
That is a tower of a man.
Oh, no. You want to see Tower of a Man? There's a dude, and I think he's on Monday nights right now. He's originally from Nigeria, okay? 7'3". Yes, I said 7'3". 407 pounds.
Jesus.
And moves like a linebacker. It's phenomenal to me. It's amazing to watch. That big, can move. It's ridiculous.
They have Roshan Johnson, who we talked about a little bit last night.
I want to see Roshan get drafted, but I think right now I'm kind of in that wheelhouse of where I thought he was going to go. I think if he goes within the next probably...
I think you said, third round?
I think I said early to mid third.
Yeah, I said late third, early fourth, early to mid fourth. He's number 19 currently, best available. Nathaniel Dale is a wide receiver out of Houston.
Okay.
Would love to see him get somewhere. Tank Bigsby, the running back out of Auburn. That dude's a good downhill runner.
I'm curious, though.
DeMarvion Overshone.
Can you look? Okay,
inside
he's the
linebacker
in Texas. Yeah. Agent Zero? Yeah.
Sure.
Well, he wore the number 0. That's why he's called Agent Zero. That dude's a dog. He's a little undersized to me as an NFL linebacker, but he's a dog. Like, he gets after it. sideline to sideline guy. You know, plays more like a strong safety than he does a linebacker because he's got that speed. But good instincts. I mean, overall, just it'd be a good pickup for anybody.
I was just trying to see if what names pop out. Xavier Hutchinson,
I was going to see if you could do like an actual name search because I know a kid, oddly enough.
Wow. Eric Gray, who didn't have
and I'm going to see if I can see if he's even draft eligible. I'm going to have to do it.
Eric Gray transferred from Tennessee to Oklahoma.
Yes.
Didn't have great success with Oklahoma. Thought he would be a lot more.
Yes.
Just kind of wasn't. Would be a great kind of a third down receiver back for somebody, I think.
I'm going to see if I can do an actual player search on
who are you looking for? I'm just kind of curious.
A kid by the name of Coy Williams.
Coy,
C-O-Y. He is a running back out of Davidson.
Dorian Thompson Robinson, the quarterback from UCLA.
Okay.
He's currently the number 76 best available.
Damn. Like I said, I don't know if this kid may have another year. I don't know.
What position did he play?
He's a running back.
Running back.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where is he out
of? Davidson, which is in North Carolina.
Holy. He is not currently ranked even in just running backs.
I didn't figure he would be. He come from a small school, but the sad thing about it is kid played his high school football at an even smaller school. He played at my alma mater. So
okay.
I kind of hoped he'd hit on somebody's practice squad at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see him going, maybe 7th round, maybe. I don't know if they classify him as fullback or not.
They don't. That's what I was looking at just out of curiosity. They have 2 ranked fullbacks, though.
Oh, wow, 2.
Shout out, like, hard-nosed football.
Yes. Shout out to hard-nosed football. Let's see what we got here. TikTok suggestions.
Oh, gosh.
I'm trying to find. Let me do this Google search real quick.
Okay.
Why, not you. Let's see. Yeah, so he is great. Let's see what ESPN has his bio and stuff.
All right.
Well, they have a bio on him.
Okay.
I mean, where's he at?
The Houston Texans are back on the clock. Sidney Brown, Drew Sanders, the inside linebacker. Oh, Hendon Hooker went off the board.
Oh,
Guess
wow.
who took him?
Who took him?
Detroit Lions.
That's a good pick for them. I like that pick.
Let him sit behind golf for a minute.
Yeah, let him sit behind golf. Yeah, so the kid is 5'11". It says he's actually originally from Lumberton, but he graduated from Evadale. Yes.
Huh.
He is a senior this year, so he will be. If he comes out, he's going to come out in next year's draft. So, I mean, for his, let me see if I can find his career numbers. I mean, he rushed for almost 800 yards and 11 touchdowns last year at Davidson, which, I mean, I know we're talking Davidson football, but, not too bad. I mean,
good for Hendon Hooker. Coming off that ACL injury.
Yeah, that's a good thing for Hendon Hooker. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that completely a lot. He finished his 2022 season second all-time in yards per carry at Davidson with 5.78 yards per carry.
Okay.
And second in all-time rushing touchdowns with 36, and he's still got another year to go.
Very nice.
So good job for Coy Williams.
For sure.
I love the fact that they took. Oh, he's doing that kind of okay.
Yeah.
You know the thing that's the ball thing that he was doing? You know who started all that, don't you? Kamara.
Oh, really?
Kamara does that because they talk about how he has such balance after he gets hit. He does a lot of those drills where he's on that balance ball and kind of one-legging it and catching stuff, and his workouts are insane. If you get a chance to watch Kamara's workouts, they're pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Congratulations to Hendon Hooker. I mean, he went through a lot last year with the ACL industry. I mean, injury. He was probably on his way to win the Heisman. I mean,
I think he would.
He started out on fire.
House on fire for sure.
Congratulations to him for not. He fell a little bit further than I think a lot of people had him falling, but I mean, a 3rd-round pick, I think that's about right with the injury. Not unsure of, and he's a little bit older than a lot of the rookie quarterbacks that come in normally. I think he was 25. He'll be 26 when the season starts.
So your Texans are on the clock right now, and they still have their needs as quarterback, even though they took C.J. Stroud.
That's interesting. Did we really? Need another one. Curious of who they take here. The pick is in.
Yeah. Oh, that must be Hendon's father, Alan Hooker.
Oh, okay.
Is what I kind of figured.
He played at North Carolina. Okay.
Yep, Hendon Hooker went off on Alabama the day after my birthday.
Really?
Yes. That's the game they're showing right now, the October 15th game.
Yeah.
That's when they beat
Alabama. Oh, that's when they beat Alabama and literally took the field goal
took it
goalpost down and into the river.
Yes, for sure.
Like, they walked out of a stadium with a goalpost down the street and put it in the water. That's nuts.
Yep, they walked it down to the river and dunked it.
Hey, I was just talking about him. Nathaniel Dell, wide receiver out of Houston, went to Houston.
Oh, wow, that's a good ticket for him. He ain't got to move far.
They call him Tank. Tank Dell.
Tank Dell?
Yeah, Tank.
Okay. Is he like a big guy or a little guy?
I'm not sure. 5'8", 165.
That's a little guy.
So it's kind of like calling a big guy tiny.
Yes.
Tank. Oh, Tank.
Tank. Oh, little Tank.
Dell is a small receiver who has the burst to separate, get out of breaks, and shake defenders at the top of his stem. He has the quickness to make defenders miss in space, and he reaches his top end speed quickly after the catch. Dell's a dangerous punt returner. It's kind of the breakdown on him.
I like it. I mean, I feel he could do multiple things for Houston. If he's a good punt returner like that, I feel like he should be pretty good.
Stick him in the slot.
He was the 2022 AAC wide receiver of the year. I didn't know they had such an award, but okay.
They're almost 1,400 yards receiving.
That's nice. And 17 touchdowns, led to FBS in both.
Yeah. Can't complain about that kind of production.
No, you really can't.
Biletnikoff finalist.
Semifinalist, sorry. My bad.
Hell yeah.
Interesting.
So that's the Hendon Hooker was I saw the little thing down there. Highest drafted Lions quarterback since 2009.
Yes.
So they haven't taken a quarterback in anything more than the third round in that many years?
Yep. Well, I mean, they've had Stafford for so long.
Yeah, you're right. They had Stafford for, 10 years?
Oh, my God. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Goodness.
You good?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Go, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Shit.
But, yeah, I mean, it's just kind of one of those nights that you're kind of bouncing around all over the place. You're kind of looking at draft. You're kind of...
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now.
You're kind of unwinding from work weeks and stuff like that. Mine's been interesting, to say the least. There's just...
We're surprisingly slow for this time of the year, which is kind of upsetting.
Well, I mean, I get it. Oh, God. And it gets worse.
Oh, now what?
DeGrom left early from his start tonight.
What happened?
I don't know. I'll have to read it.
Yeah, see what
ESPN,
it be saying.
Breaking. All it says was after a single he left.
Stafford,
I don't know why. But Texas is up 5-1 in bottom of 5, though.
Yeah, congratulations.
They're beating the Yanks. I'll take it.
The Astros are off today, so we don't win or lose.
No, you're losing right now. You're playing Philadelphia.
Oh, no, that was yesterday. They were off yesterday.
Yeah, they were off yesterday. You're losing right now 2-1 in bottom 5.
All right, that's fine.
To the Phillies.
We got plenty of time.
To the Phillies. Talk about the AL West. Who's in first?
Enjoy it while you have it. That's all I'll say. It's a long season.
I got to gig you a little bit on
Enjoy it while you got it.
Since Stafford.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew Stafford had some kind of...
Oh, I'm sure there was some kind of tie to it. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy to think Stafford's been in the league that long.
That's a sneaky good pick for the Raiders, by the way.
Byron Young. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sneaky good pick.
He'll clog up some holes.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He'll clog up holes.
6'3", 300 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll clog up a hole. he'll clog up a pipe.
Yep. But it's crazy to think Stafford's been in the league that long whenever you look back and kind of see all these guys that are still playing. Because you look at Stafford, he still looks like that babyface kid out of Georgia that he was fucking, I guess, 2009.
Speaking of Georgia, does Stetson Bennett get drafted?
God, I don't know. I want to say yes.
I think he does.
Just because he's a proven winner.
I think he does.
Anytime he got in the game, that's all he did was win.
He's the embodiment of a DJ Khaled song.
Exactly.
Okay.
They even tried to boot him out and said, "No, you're not our
starter." I love the
starter."
fact that it says, like, New Orleans is on the clock again, and they still have, like, But this is why I say they need it.
Can you really call Andy Dalton a key departure?
No, but the reason they did that is because he's the only quarterback that left.
Yeah.
But the thing I love about it is they address needs because they lost Davenport and Onyemata. So they went ahead.
They're addressing the needs. Nice pick. Kendre Miller, the running back out of TCU. Super great production.
Is he in New Orleans just went?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that pick.
5'11", 215, so good size.
I watched that kid play in Austin. He's sneaky good.
Yeah.
He's kind of underrated, but he's sneaky good.
So their pre-draft analysis was Miller is a pick and slide runner who is light on his feet, makes defenders miss in the backfield, and weaves in and out of cuts without losing momentum. He has good contact balance. He flashes after the catch, but he's not overly reliable catching the football, and is not a well-versed route runner. I mean, as long as the dude runs good.
I feel they're going to use him to kind of be the go-between. Because
they've got – who else do they have?
They've got Kamara, they got Jamal Williams.
For now, let's take Alvin Kamara out of the situation.
So they got Jamal.
Because he's got some legal matters.
Yeah, so
I don't know what the update on that is. I don't know if he's going to be – I don't know a whole lot about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
They signed Jamal Williams out of Detroit as a free agent. So you got Jamal Williams, who proved last year while DeAndre Swift was out that he can be a starter. He had awesome production. All he did was score touchdowns. So you've got a kid like that, or a guy like that.
Right now, they're the only two listed.
Oh, really?
Is Kamara and Williams.
Okay. So let's just, for funsies, say Kamara has those legal issues pop up.
Well, I'll take that back. You got some other ones. So it says here the 2023 running backs under contract with new additions in bowl. So you got Kamara, Williams, Eno Benjamin, which I know absolutely nothing about.
He was drafted by the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I know that.
Derek Gore was another one. And Adam Penance, which is a fullback.
Okay.
So, and it says right now that Mark Ingram, Dwayne Washington, and David Johnson are all still unsigned free agents from last year's team. Which, to me, that kind of tells me right there with them drafting this kid, one of those ain't coming back.
And then, like I was saying, great production on the ground last year. I heard great things about the kid all year throughout football season.
I watched him live, and it's
1,400 yards rushing, 17 touchdowns, 6.2 yard average. I mean, that's really good production. Didn't have a ton of overall use, because that's always something that gets talked about with running backs, is how many miles are on their legs already.
Oh, you want to hear something funny? So this is according to USA Today Saints Wire. They're certainly doing their homework on the draft class. The Saints have been linked to mid-round prospects like TCU's Kendrick Miller, UAB's Dwayne McBride, Pitt's Israel Abanikandi, and local favorite out of Tulane, Tajay Spears. So it's nice to know that they got at least one of those guys on the list.
Yeah.
I
think Tajay Spears already got drafted.
That kid was good too. I mean, for playing at a smaller school, Tajay Spears is pretty good. I mean, he had that offense rolling down there in Tulane.
Maybe I saw him on the best available list.
Maybe. But yeah, there's Kendre Miller right there cutting through.
Yeah.
Of course, granted.
Had a hell of a year last year.
Yeah, he had a good year. A good year. I mean, he's shifty too for a guy that's kind of a bigger back. He's kind of shifty.
6 foot, 220. I mean,
yeah,
you got to like
shifty.
that. Any thoughts on the Cardinals and their whole situation? I know we talked a little bit about D-Hop and that whole thing, but like Kyler, and as an Oklahoma guy, I don't want to talk bad about Kyler Murray, but I don't think
Kyler Murray needs to go. Kyler Murray, they need to get Kyler Murray out of Arizona.
And I feel like it needs to be a package deal. Get rid of Kyler and coach.
Oh yeah,
super suave
fella. It ain't Kingsbury. He's gone.
You're right. They did let him go.
They let him go last year. I can't remember what that dude's name is.
Is it the offensive coordinator from the Eagles? I think
maybe. I don't know who it is, but like I said, I didn't like Kyler Murray when he was coming out of Oklahoma. I didn't think he was that.
Well, and Kingsbury kind of backed himself into a corner with that whole ordeal, because he was like, if I'm ever an NFL coach and Kyler Murray is available, he's the number one pick. Well, shit, you just got the number one pick. Now you got to take him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't have to take him.
No, and you didn't. Jonathan Gannon is the head coach.
That's Kingsbury putting his damn ego amongst everything else.
So Jonathan Gannon was the defensive coordinator for the Eagles.
Any relation to Rich Gannon?
Sure. Whatever you want it to be.
No, don't tell me that. Don't tell me shit like that. I can't. You can't tell me shit like that.
Jonathan Gannon. Who knows? Is there a Wikipedia page on this
I
fella?
don't know. I feel like not.
He's 40. That counts for anything.
That says a lot.
Let's see. Can I get a Wikipedia page?
Can we talk about how Michael Jordan's kid gifted a pair of Jordans to his new girlfriend, who, ironically enough, no, this plot gets better. So listen to this. He gifted a pair of Jordans to his new girlfriend. You want to take a wild guess who his new girlfriend is?
Who?
Scottie Pippen's ex-wife.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can you talk about how cluster that is?
Can we talk about how I got to pee again?
God, look at you.
Drink.
I know. That's
I had
what's
2
weird.
drinks.
I know. But I get it.
And there's nothing on his Wikipedia page.
Oh, wow. That's phenomenal. I just saw that too. Jeez. I don't get the transfer portal. To me, drives me nuts. It really does. I mean, the transfer portal, I feel, is kind of ruining college football because everybody's just like, oh, I'm not playing here, I'm gonna leave. You know what? I don't get it. I really don't. I'll get Bucky's thoughts on it in a second. He's more the sportsy angle of this than I am. You can tell sports are kind of, I watch sports, but I don't really like prognosticate about sports a whole lot. So I'm curious. I just saw something that kind of pissed me off.
Okay.
Casey Thompson, former Longhorn quarterback, current Nebraska quarterback, is entering the transfer portal after one
Again?
year. After 1 year in Lincoln.
Oh no.
What's your thoughts on the transfer portal? I know what mine are. I just talked about it a little bit. I don't know if you heard it or not.
I didn't hear.
I feel it's ruined in college football
I'm iffy on it
because everybody's like, "Oh, I'm not playing here. I'm going to transfer."
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get to start my first year ever, so
yeah.
I'm out.
I feel like that. I mean, I don't wanna do
It's
that.
iffy now.
Okay, that's a good pick for the Giants. I like that one.
Yeah, they need some
Hyatt.
wide receivers.
Yeah, Jalen Hyatt. That's not a bad pickup.
But when you look at it like somebody like Deion Sanders, who's been hired as the Colorado head coach, and that team is, let's face it, sucked for a long time.
Yeah, but they just
Now he can completely take advantage of being able to bring those kids in that
Hell,
he
they
wants.
just lost their top receiver, that Montana,
Yeah.
whatever his name is.
But they brought in, what's his name? Justin Hunter, something.
Well, they brought in Deion's kid, who
quarterback.
may or may not be the quarterback at Colorado.
Travis Hunter? Who's apparently going to play both. This kid's going to play both ways. Like, he's that much of a fucking player.
Oh, wow. He's playing
Travis
both
Hunter.
ways?
Yeah. They, at their spring game, they gave him a gray jersey because they do black versus white.
Right.
They gave him a gray jersey because he literally played both ways.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Travis Hunter Jr.,
Okay.
wide receiver and apparently cornerback.
Okay.
So
That's good that he
he'll
can
be
do
playing
both. Yeah.
both ways.
Interesting.
So that
you don't
kid,
see that very much in
no,
college.
God, no.
I mean, I don't think I've seen a good two-way player since probably Desmond Howard.
Probably.
I mean, that's the most,
I'm racking my brain right now.
That's the most recent one I can think of is Desmond Howard.
Yeah, you're right. Probably.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, apparently this kid's like a once-in-a-generation talent. How he ends up at halfway Jackson State and then moves from Jackson State to Colorado.
It's the weed. That's why he moved.
But I mean, how do you, as a generational player that you're being called, how do you not go to Alabama, Ohio State, Texas, Oklahoma?
So it's either one or two. It's either one or two things, in my opinion. Either one, he really likes Deion Sanders, or two, he's going to Colorado for the weed.
Smoke weed every day.
I mean, it's legal there. I mean, I don't know what that looks like in
Cedric Tillman, another wide receiver from Tennessee. That was back-to-back receivers.
Who's
from
the
Tennessee.
Kid crying? Oh, is that him? That can't be him. Oh no, that's some kid that okay. I see what's up now.
Are you crying because you got a picture of yourself?
I was like, who's the kid crying? And it just dawned on me. Okay.
It was back-to-back
Okay,
Tennessee
so
wide
this
receivers.
kid was like a big fan of Jalen Hyatt.
Nice.
And Jalen Hyatt sent him a autographed
That's pretty funny.
picture and then FaceTimed him. How cool is that?
That's pretty freaking. You gotta love those
You want to talk about
stories.
cool moments? I'm glad we brought this up.
Okay.
Can we talk about the fact that the NFL honored the 3 kids that died from Virginia and made them all
Oh,
honorary
really?
draft picks? I took a screenshot of it.
Nice.
I think one went to Baltimore, one went to Miami, and I don't remember where the other one went.
That's
to.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. They had their families on stage, gave them a jersey that had 23 and their last name on it. It was kind of a good touch. I liked it.
Very nice.
You know, Goodell doesn't do a whole lot of good shit, but that was kind of cool.
Everybody talks shit about Goodell, but that's a pretty cool moment.
That's a pretty cool moment. I liked that one. Look at the camera,
These guys, yeah.
Joker.
Well, I
Quit
can't
looking-
get service.
Quit looking at your phone. Where are you at? Are you in a cave?
Did you call me? Can you hear me now? You're the trap.
Yeah. Kind of like how I was yesterday on the live feed because I was driving.
I'm sorry. Say that again. You're the trap.
Yeah. That's wild. That's straight up
That would
wild.
suck.
It kind of, yeah. I mean, it kind of was interesting, like I said. But no, I mean, the speaking of barbecue, headed home for Mother's Day. Where is home? I forget where he said he was from.
He's originally from Illinois.
Okay.
There's
Gotcha. NIL money. I don't think you're finding much NIL money in Colorado. I mean,
So-
unless a dispensary all of a sudden does
I talked
NIL
about
money
this
and I don't know about it.
I talked a little bit about this later in the night. I think after I went live the third time.
I watched your thing, by the way,
It's
on my
not.
way to work this morning.
It's not NIL
because it
money.
eats up just the amount of time
Just
to
enough
drive
time?
from Silsbee to Port Arthur.
So it's not NIL money because there's not a lot of and I said it last night. There's not a lot of local businesses. And there's not enough nationally recognized names at places like Colorado, like
Right.
Ole Miss, like these other places that are just a little bit smaller, and the local businesses aren't paying these kids a bunch of money. What they do have, though, is an alumni collective that comes together, puts together this bag of money,
Yeah.
and says, okay, you can pay the players this much. And it's okay because of this whole NIL deal. Now, the only thing you can't do is pay for performance.
Right.
You can't say, okay, go out and score 2 touchdowns and I'll pay you $50,000.
Right.
You can't base it off of performance. You can only base it off of
But I mean, correct me if I'm
what
wrong.
you're giving players.
Some of these NIL deals aren't necessarily money, though, are they? Because I mean, didn't like one kid get like a truck or something for?
And I'm sure that's okay now. I don't really know the
Yeah,
whole.
I don't know how that
I
works
haven't
neither.
like read the official NIL rule book or anything.
Yeah.
But what I do know is there's only a select few players that are getting these deals. Like I mentioned last night, Bryce Young had a deal with Dr. Pepper and their whole Fansville.
Well, so did DJ.
DJ Ualongalalela.
Yeah, that guy.
Ualongalalela.
Yeah, that dude that was garbage. Yeah, that
Who
dude.
was complete trash for Clemson. Good job there.
Oh, good job, Clemson.
But I mean, there's
Clemson,
only
you're
certain,
drunk. Go home.
Yeah, there's only certain select few number of players that are going to get real big money NIL deals. It's the alumni that have all the money, and they form the collective, and then they say, okay,
So do they have? Does like each school have its own collective?
yeah,
Okay.
it's the like Colorado alumni will come together and be like, Dion, this is what we got, figure it out.
I feel that's
Boone Pickens at OSU.
I feel like because I feel like T. Boone Pickens got money. I mean, let's be honest, and not just that. I feel that's kind of shitty in a way to deal with it too, because I mean, you got some schools. Let's be honest, you got some schools that have alumni, a la
Right.
that has shit tons of money. Let's be honest.
I mean, do you really think Texas was Arch Manning's true number one without the idea of?
I don't think so. No, honestly. I mean, I
Because
figure
why
if
wouldn't he have
anything,
chosen a Tennessee or an Ole Miss
well,
and continued the
I
legacy?
think at one point, Old Miss was like in his top. I think
Yeah.
2 or 3.
I remember that. So I
think it was like Ole Miss, Texas, and whoever.
if you're wanting to be completely honest about all of this, that's where the money's coming from.
I get it, but at the same time, I kind of like what Arch said, that he wasn't going to take any NIL money until he was the starting quarterback at Texas.
And he probably doesn't have to as long as Matthew McConaughey is stroking a check.
Let's talk about that. Matthew McConaughey alone.
But you put Texas back on the map like in Alabama, like in Ohio State,
Yes.
like Clemson, then you can get those bigger NIL deals with Allstate.
And let's be honest,
and Dr. Pepper.
Texas is not back. Let's go ahead and clear the air on that right now. Me being a Texas guy,
I'm glad you said it, not me.
They're close, but they're not officially back yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Believe me. If you don't believe that,
Yes.
I think that's the one I was referring to. I think he did get an Aston Martin.
Did not realize it was an Aston Martin.
Well, there's an Aston Martin dealership outside of, I think, in Round Rock.
Okay.
I think, or Rockwall, one of the two.
Based off of our recent trip to Austin, I'm surprised it's not a Tesla.
I'm surprised it's not a Tesla, too.
Because there's a new game, Test Slap.
Yep, Test Slap.
Because there are 550,000 Teslas
in Austin.
Yeah. They're everywhere.
And they're all over the place.
Did not see a single Tesla charging station?
Nope. Oddly, you say that. There's 5 of them in the Sonesta Hotel garage.
Really?
Yes.
Did not see a single Tesla charging station,
but
I saw a bajillion.
There was a whole damn wall of them right by the exit.
I'm pretty sure I have a bruise from as many times as my wife hit me and said, Tesla. Yep. Because we quit playing Slug Bug, so it's now Tesla Slap.
Yeah, Test Slap. I like it. But yeah, I mean, I think that's what I was referring to. I couldn't remember who it was, but I knew somebody from Texas got a vehicle.
Of course.
And let's be honest,
Aston
Martin's not cheap.
No, God, no. And to think they took the Reggie Bush Heisman away because he accepted gifts.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean, there was one time in Jameis Winston's life where he was smuggling seafood and whatnot neither. So, I mean, let's talk about that for a minute.
Why? What?
Dude got to eat.
What forces people to make these decisions?
College kid got to eat, bro.
I'm going to stick a crab down my pants.
College kid got to eat.
That gives getting crabs a whole new meaning.
If it wasn't for the meal plan at East Texas Baptist, I'd probably waste it away.
I feel you, dog. I feel you on that one.
And we actually had a Chick-fil-A in our dining hall. So
we didn't. It was more just like a regular cafeteria.
It was the Lord's chicken. That's the only reason it was at East Texas Baptist. You understand that? It was the Lord's chicken.
That makes perfect sense.
God.
Shit.
So those of you who are new to the show, yes, I attended East Texas Baptist University in Marshall, Texas.
Hey, can we talk about the fact that there was 1, 2,
4
3,
receivers
4,
in a row?
5, 6. All within 6 picks. At pick 7, the Las Vegas Raiders took Byron Young, defensive tackle out of Alabama.
That one, yes.
At pick 14, the Rams took Byron Young, defensive end out of Tennessee.
Okay.
Hopefully they don't get their picks switched.
There's multiple Byron Youngs. I like it. Multiple.
End up with the player you want. Make sure you write down the correct school.
It's not like switching a baby at the hospital.
It might. That would be okay.
That's not how that works.
If you think about that for too long and you stare at your kid, you could be No, we're not your kids, obviously, but like some people, you could like really stare at your kid and be like, "They fucked this up."
My son looks like he pulled directly from my ass.
Okay? How do I know that's not my?
I know mine are both.
Well, yeah, both of yours are both of yours.
Both of mine. I was there.
But like, if you really started thinking about it, could you be like?
I told him real quick.
I know they fucked this up.
Put a chip in that one. That one looks like me. We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Put a chip in that one though.
Could you imagine though? Be like, that ain't my kid. They done fucked up.
God.
Fucking 15-year-old. Just nope. 15 years ago, somebody switched you.
That's messed up. That's so messed up.
That'd be
God,
too funny,
who'd the Packers take at 78?
Literally anybody.
Who knows?
I don't even know about the
10
Packers
picks
anymore.
remaining? Jesus, that's a lot of picks.
That's a whole lot of picks. There's only
Well, they got a
7
bunch
rounds.
they got a bunch of them from the Jets.
Jets sold the farm.
The Jets
to get Aaron
sold
Rodgers for a rental.
The Jets sold their soul to A-Rod Rodgers.
A-Raj. Rodgers.
Yeah.
I remember those commercials.
Discount double check.
Rodgers.
I love that guy in those commercials. That was funny stuff.
Whatever happened to BJ Raji?
Oh, I don't know.
The defensive lineman that was in some of those commercials?
Yeah,
Whatever happened to that guy?
He probably is hanging out with
Tucker Kraft, South Dakota State.
Okay, I heard a lot of people talk about this kid. He's actually pretty legit.
I like these small schools.
Yeah, South Dakota State. He's
the Patriots did a very Patriots thing and took Marte Mapu out of Sacramento State.
Okay.
That's a very
Patriot pick.
thing.
That's a Patriot pick.
A school you've never heard of and a guy you probably would ever see.
Yeah.
The people's position.
That's what they call. That's what they refer to a tight end as.
Okay.
But yeah, dude's he can play. So I mean, I get it.
Interesting.
I wish they'd show some footage instead of all this other crap.
I know.
I don't care about his family.
ESPN is really good at trying to make people cry.
Well, you know how that is, don't you? Disney owns them.
Is that when it started?
That's the whole thing, man.
Because we'll be watching College Game Day on Saturdays.
So watch this dude. Okay, granted, I know, but dude's a beast. Like, he trucks people.
Look at this feller. Nice.
Nice little dive there.
We'll be watching College Game Day on Saturday mornings, and the wife will come moseying in and sit down for a few minutes, and they'll go into that sad story
in your house.
Because every week they pick a sad story to highlight.
Yes.
And she'll be like, "I thought you were watching football. Why am I about to cry?" I don't know.
Because of Disney.
I don't
That's
know.
why. Disney. That's exactly why. Kid can play in the snow. Look at that.
Oh, there you go. He's going to Green Bay.
Hey,
Josh Downs, wide receiver out of North Carolina.
That's a pretty good pick.
Yeah,
I like that one there.
Tucker Kraft.
He's a pretty big kid, too, from what I understand.
Tight end out of
South Dakota State.
Go
Jackrabbits. I don't know if it's scary that I know that or not.
I mean, you know.
Full of useless crap.
Yeah.
Ugh, good Lord.
Excuse me.
That's a good pick for Cleveland. They went and got Cedric Tillman out of Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. I like that one. Marte Mupe.
That's him. Out of Sacramento State.
Sacramento State. Good Lord almighty.
Named their mascot.
Sandnat?
Sandnat. That'd be awesome.
Google it.
I'm about to.
Because if I'm right, I'm going to buy a lottery ticket when I leave here.
Sacramento State Hornets.
Oh, okay. That's close.
No, you weren't.
A sandgnat's an animal with wings. It's an insect.
You were not close. I'm not giving you that one.
Oh, come on. Come on, man. Jeez.
Oh.
Fun
Apparently
stuff.
the Eagles are just remaking the Georgia Bulldogs because they've got like
Drafting
5
from Georgia?
players from Georgia's defense over the last couple years. They've got like 4 or 5 of them on their defense, so they're just recreating that whole ordeal. What reminded me of that is Darnell Washington, the tight end from Georgia, is the number 1 available, and then Kele Ringo, the cornerback from Georgia, is number 2 available. So if the Eagles are coming up...
Tajay Spears, by the way, is still available. He has not been drafted yet.
Okay.
Because I saw he was like the 3rd best running back available.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm just waiting for the Eagles to pop up so they can draft another
Andy
Georgia
Dalton's
player.
in Carolina.
Oh, okay.
So which
The Red Rifle's kind of turned into a red BB gun at this point.
So which one are you going with? You going with who else is in Carolina?
Bryce Young
And Andy Dalton.
I'm going Bryce Young.
Okay, just
throw him out there, feet to the fire. This is your moment, kid. Don't fail us now. I know we don't have any wide receivers. It's fine. Just throw the ball.
Is it safe to say that we can refer to the NFC South as a division of quarterbacks with second chances?
Pooh!
Baker Mayfield, second chance. Derek Carr, second chance. Andy Dalton, second chance. Desmond Riddle is the only guy that...
Ritter. Desmond Ritter.
Riddle, same difference. The only guy that doesn't get a second chance.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
Oh, my God. That division sounds like trash. If you listen to the quarterbacks alone, it's like Derek Carr and everybody else.
Am I going to watch any of those games?
Well, yeah, I'll watch.
I know you will.
I'll watch the Saints games for sure. I'm trying to figure out how to watch just Saints games.
Just for sake of argument, since you brought it up, I hope Andy Dalton beats out Bryce Young as the number 1 starter
Oh,
in
God,
Carolina.
because if he doesn't.
I mean, there's no way.
About that.
Bryce Young's your number 1 pick. You're throwing that kid in there no matter what. It doesn't matter how bad he is during
Yeah, but what if you throw
training
him out there and
camp
he
or
gets
anything.
hurt?
Throw the kid out there and pray to God that he is everything that you think he is.
Because
you're going to be bad.
Because your second option is not...
You're going to be bad no matter what.
Andy Dalton.
So do you just be bad with Andy Dalton and hope you get another really, really good draft pick?
Do
and
they
continue
possibly
to
tank
build?
for Caleb Williams?
No, you just took Bryce Young. There's
but
no
let's
way
be
you tank
honest.
for
Which
Caleb
one?
Williams.
Which one would you rather have? Caleb
Williams.
Okay.
But I think you
I
hope
look like we got an
you're
extra comment or
half-assed.
two down there. I can't see what's
You hope
going
you're
on.
half-assed decent and hope that there's a...
I'm back, fools. Okay. Is he here? Like, is he that kind of back?
No. Gotta hope not.
Okay. programming for Friday nights going forward. It was a pleasure.
Bowling back. Have a great evening.
Bowling back.
Bowling back 40.
That's an interesting name. I wonder. Hey,
glad you joined us.
I feel we need an origin story on that.
I think so.
How he got it. Yep, everybody's out.
Clint, we're glad.
Yeah, we're at that 2-hour mark. I think we're probably
glad
fixing
you
to
could
shut her down.
rejoin us. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, by far.
You got one of them there things?
Yeah, if you plug some shit real quick, I can find one of them there things.
All right. So, as always, you know where to find our merch. It is functionyourway.live. We've got some really good merch on there. Nothing really super new. We do have the Texas Whiskey shirt. We've got a Speakeasy shirt.
I feel like there's 2 shirts in the works that we hadn't talked about yet.
I've got a Delicious shirt up there.
Come and take it. Come and smoke it.
We've got some stuff in the works. Come and take it. Come and smoke it. Everybody knows or come and drink it. Come and smoke it.
Yeah,
everybody
come and
knows
drink it.
Come and take it with associated with Texas. I will be hopefully with co-host Clint. Don't forget about me, buddy. Next week, Roy. Just so I can say it on the show, happy anniversary to you and your lovely wife.
Thank you.
Hope y'all have a great evening together. Can't wait for next week's show. It'll be my first time doing this solo style. You've done a solo show.
I've done more than one.
So it'll be my first one. Can't wait to have Clint on. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Is it solo if you have Clint though?
Oh no, but it'll be my first time without you.
I got you.
So we're gonna have a lot of fun. Everybody tune in, same time, same place, 7 p.m. Central, right here on at Function Your Way, or search The Functional Gentleman on Facebook and YouTube, and you will definitely find us.
Yep.
Thank you to everybody that's followed along and commented. It's always a blast to have everybody commenting. Don't think it would be the same show without it. Congratulations to all the draft picks that have gotten selected up to this point. We're in round 3. Pick a whole lot. Let's see. We're on pick 18. The Tennessee Titans are on the clock. DJ Johnson, outside linebacker of Oregon, just went to the Carolina Panthers.
Nice.
When you're ready, I'm ready.
Hit it.
Everybody knows what time of the show it is. Let's go for alcohol.
Every weekend, every Friday, I say to myself, Richard, you have to stop drinking whiskey. Damn good thing I'm not Richard.
That would make you a dick. Roy, as always, it's been fun. Don't forget, tag us, hashtag Function Your Way, hashtag for the fans, hashtag 2023 Year of the Gentleman.
Yep.
You've been awesome.
I try.
I try to be cool. All y'all are awesome.
At least you got the hair back.
I know, right? I figured I'd fix it. Everybody's been great. Love you. We are out. Y'all have a great evening. Don't select collab cam.
Yeah.
My tongue get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around.